Yes, y'all. This is the Raising Kings podcast. This is your girl Sassy,
and it's your girl Lady Love.
And this is Hefe, man. Mr.Nobody. We back again.
We back.
Gone, but we here
now. We've been messing up.
We back like we never left.
Listen to
of
me.
course.
We ain't messing up. We just got.
No, we're not messing up. You know, it's
this
life,
podcast thing,
you know?
is not it takes a lot, man.
Yeah, it does
to put out good content and a good show. You know, and there's a lot of stuff.
Only the best for the best.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of stuff going on. So, you know, we just got to breathe easy and just, you know, this podcast right now that we doing, we talking about Peep Game, man. We trying to drop jewels on you, food
drop jewels,
for the
man.
brain.
You know,
y'all already know what's up.
Hate to start it off this way because
saying?
I've been severely depressed this week, but you know what I'm saying.
Man.
That's hence the blue cup. I'm flagging today, but I gotta do this for Nipsey, man.
Sobering
do this for
podcast,
Nipsey,
man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Definitely
Sobering, man.
Yeah, man.
It's like affecting people all over the fucking country, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
Four corners of the country, man, all over the. I mean,
ever since
the
he
world,
passed.
But you know, it's a serious thing, man. We just gotta I think the best thing to do is let's just put our feelings on the table and just talk about it. You know,
definitely, man.
You know, I've been trying to think to myself, like, damn, like, why is this shit affecting me so much? Like.
Yeah.
I don't know him. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I'm gonna be I'm gonna be completely and totally honest. I'm a hip hop nigga and I'm a man of the culture. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm getting older and shit, and I'm just transitioning into different things and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna say that I listen to every Nipsey Hussle record because I haven't. But what regurgitated me and got me interested in him
was the man
himself. It was just his knowledge and what made me like my ears perk up to like, damn, like what the fuck this, just to hear the stuff he was talking about like he's a smart dude and this dude is really dropping jewels and really for, you know, his age, and he's really talking about substance. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Uplifting his community and things like that.
To me, it was like beyond the rap game. It's
way
like
beyond.
This dude was like an activist of his community and
he
really
was
bringing back to his community.
He was.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what really got me intrigued about him.
Right.
It wasn't even about the records. It was about his hustle and his game and what he was bringing to the table.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So
for me, yeah, I'm a Nipsey Hussle like fan as far as musically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I won't say from the beginning of time, but I was introduced to him from. I think it was the Crenshaw mixtape and then the Marathon mixtapes and stuff like that. So that's why I was like, yo, this man is dope as hell.
You better than me because I couldn't even tell you what mixtapes he got and what mixtapes he don't got.
Exactly.
But like I said, I've heard him talk on like I'm gonna keep it 100. He put me on a Dr. Sebi.
Yeah, really?
Absolutely, because I mean I've heard
not even with Left Eye passing and stuff.
I've heard of him with Left Eye died and she was down in his commune dealing with Dr. Sebi.
Right.
But I didn't go into deep depth about him and what he was offering and what he was bringing. It was only until Nipsey Hussle brought him up and was talking about him and made me more intrigued to make me go research about Dr. Sebi. He put me onto that, looking at his books and different things that he was doing, going on YouTube and seeing the different things that, you know, Dr. Sebi was talking about.
Exactly.
So that's what
the thing is,
me.
earlier this year, I remember when I was saying that my son had projects and stuff like that, and at the last minute we had to do it. One of his projects was about Dr. Sebi.
Wow.
So that shit was crazy. That's when he was in that health class. That's before he switched. Remember, he took the initiative to say he didn't like the class and he got switched out and went to band.
Right.
But one of his projects was about Dr. Sebi.
Wow.
So even if you look at this computer now, it's like ton of shit about Dr. Sebi because, you know, we had to research it, and you really realize like a lot of the things now that a lot of these fitness folks are doing, it was the teaching of Dr. Sebi. They tell you eat your vegetables, eat these type of fruits, drink like alkaline water. This was all Dr. Sebi.
Yeah.
Superfoods, you know?
Superfoods, yeah. So like I said, he was the one that put me, like, really opened my eyes to it. I've heard his name about Dr. Sebi, but I didn't do no real research.
Right,
about
exactly.
But once he was talking about it, it just intrigued me more to really do more research and find out who he was.
That's a knowledgeable brother, man. Even the books that he would recommend to read and stuff like that.
I mean, I'm telling you, to me, I mean, I kept asking myself and telling myself, like, damn, why am I so affected by the situation about Nipsey Hussle? But And I was talking to another one of my brothers about it, and the reason why it affected me like the way it affected me is because not taking nothing away from him and taking away from what the tragedy, what happened to him, but it brought me back to like me just coming off the porch and being in the street and just being around different things. Point blank, plain and simple, the brothers of today's generation and coming up from the 90s and my generation, it was a transition of hustlers, dope dealers, big dope boys that was on the street getting money, that was coming back to the neighborhood, that was in the neighborhood, bringing businesses to the, even though we was using what we got to get what we needed at the time, because that's what we had. You know what I'm saying? So even though it wasn't the greatest thing we was doing, you know, dealing drugs and doing all this other stuff, we still was taking care of the neighborhood.
Right. And the thing is, people always say you get rich and switch and you don't ever come back. But this man was doing great things for the community. I mean,
he didn't want to get rich and switch. He wanted to get rich and stay.
Yeah, he did. He opened up STEM programs for the inner cities. You know, he had convicted felons learning how to code, because you know he was doing big business out of Silicon Valley. So he was like, man, if they could do it, we could do it. He was doing so much shit. He had like a co-worker space. He was redeveloping the communities. You know what I mean? The same block that he hustled on, he went ahead and repurchased the whole block and was redoing good things. I even read like it was this lady, it was a white lady. I don't know how true the story is or not, but that shit just was like, it was touching, because she was saying that her husband basically does like the, you know, like the street lights. So he basically was out there like, he
was an electrician.
I heard about electrician or some shit like that.
And he didn't even know who he
he didn't know who he was. But just the man,
I heard of that.
The man Nipsey Hussle was, he would go out there every day when he was out there and offer the man water, drinks, give him clothes and things like that, and just tell him if they ever needed to come inside, y'all good, get some AC. I know y'all hot, y'all doing things and stuff like that. And she was like, yo, her husband was crying. She called her crying. It was like, yo, you see that man on the news that got killed? That's the dude that used to do this shit for me every day. And that's just to show you just like the humbleness
humanity of him.
Yeah, it's like he was a man. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you don't want to say it because it's gonna ruffle some feathers, but it's almost like Jesus. Like you go around doing things for the help, like you curing the ill. Like he was doing so much things for the community and for the way, like, you know, you want to say, like they always say, laws of attraction. You know what I'm saying? You whatever you put out in the universe is what you get back. But it's like how would something like that happen to this man?
Let me tell you why it happens the way it happens.
He should definitely get the Humanitarians Award for this year's
BET
Award.
You know they're gonna do that. They're gonna do that.
I don't know nothing, but we said it first right here on Raising Kings podcast.
Let me tell you the lower common denominator of why these things happen, man. The reason why these things happen, the reason, like I was saying, the reason why it affected me, I can remember as me coming off the porch, being in the street. I could name dudes, and this is a podcast. This is our podcast, but a lot of people who don't really know us and don't know where I come from in my upbringing and where I came from, I can mention names of dudes that came from my neighborhood that lost their lives over some bullshit, over a fuck nigga.
Yeah.
Fuck nigga, just like this nigga who's going to get his 3 hots in the cot, that's going to be in a jail cell, that's going to be breathing air, you understand what I'm saying, living amongst the living, you understand what I'm saying, over some fuck shit. These type of niggas is in every motherfucking hood across this motherfucking country, pretty much on the 4 corners of this earth. I'm telling you, whether they speaking English or speaking some other language.
Yes, and you can find it in every ethnicity.
Every ethnicity. I'm telling you, there's a fuck nigga like this out here.
In every
you understand what I'm saying? That
don't want to see you
like
do
a
better
fucking,
than
it's
them.
just like a fucking Judas.
Leech, like a fucking
like a fucking Judas. And let me tell you something. I'm not one to say that I'm a big holy roller and I'm into the Bible and stuff, but I do know the scripture. And I've been to, you know, I was raised as a Catholic and going to, you know, all this stuff and things like that. But I do know the story of Judas and shit like that. You got a nigga like this in every motherfucking hood, my nigga.
In every hood.
That is just straight hating. You know what I'm saying? Not only hating, but just fighting with themselves of being a hater and doing fuck shit. You know, you understand what I'm saying? In every hood, you know, and why I'm saying why it affected me, because I can remember dudes that was in my neighborhood that was real. I mean, again, we wasn't doing the right exact things, but we were doing things for the neighborhood. These dudes were the dudes that was having the big bus trips. I remember when I was a kid coming off the porch, a dude like Nipsey, something similar to Nipsey. He had a big fucking a big fucking bus drive for like the kids. We all went to Great Adventures and shit. Yeah. And one of the niggas on the block that was getting money sponsored the trip for everybody. They was the ones that was doing the hot dogs, doing the fireworks for the kids, and bringing stuff to the neighborhood. I remember dudes that was really straight, real niggas on the street. They were the dudes that was coming to paying people's rent, paying people car note, giving kids, giving families money, giving them money for Christmas and taking care of things like that. That parents didn't have the money to take care of their kids and do things. These dudes were doing this. This is a dude like Nipsey. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? This dude he came. You talking about? He got one of his homies that came home that did a ton of years in jail that he was trying to take care of, and then something good and genuine he was trying to do, and for him to get his life. That's what I'm saying. Like you were doing it for him to be doing a good deed in the way like he was just like slaughtered. Like, but something that I could say, and something I was taught from I was just taught from young from a lot of dudes that reach to certain different pinnacles in life, that they would say all the time that everybody's never ever going to really like you until you have to be able to acknowledge and understand when you come to a certain status, and you, regardless of whether you hood rich or you corporate rich, you can't be selfish with who you are, because you bigger than the hood, you bigger than the community, because be honest with you, you actually really become a commodity. You know what I'm saying? Because the people that you feed, and you imagine Nipsey Hussle, right? Just imagine the people, his community, all those people that came out lighting candles, being there for him, trying to show their grief for him. You know how many people talk about, we sitting out here in the land of the free, the home of the brave, and we talk about people at ISIS and out there in Al Qaeda. You know how these people got radicalized? And you talk about being, radicalized and picking up the gun and going crazy and shit like that. This is the type of shit that make people go crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You talking about, okay, Nipsey passed away, which is the most hurtful as shit. But me as a young nigga who looked up to him and loved his music and loved him, and knowing how his life gets snuffed out for nothing, that's going to make me pick up a gun and not really give a fuck about niggas out here on the street. Yeah, it changes your perspective, because it's like if you were doing so much good for the community, you were putting so much good out in the universe, and that's what the universe dealt you. That's some fuck shit. This is a prime example of you talking about a radicalization of a community. How is that community going to recover? Do you know how long it's going to take for Nipsey Hussle's community in Crenshaw to recover from the shit this fuck nigga's gonna do? That he got some fuck nigga like this shoe shuffling nigga like Chris Darden to be fucking representing him. How is this happening? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why that's why the conspiracies and things like that go about, because it's like, and I'm not into conspiracies because we know this ain't no conspiracy, but it's like, how is he able to obtain this nigga? And why is this fucking pussy ass nigga? If the story is true of what they telling and what they saying, that he was a snitch and he was telling, the white folks got to look out for him. He been telling. They're not just going to let him fall off by the wayside. I mean, that's true. They got to have it got to be something in the back. Somebody got to be pulling the strings, right? Because if they saying he a fuck nigga like that, but how does that work? But here's my thing: how does that work? Nigga like that fucking Chris Darden to find that shoe shuffling nigga to go fucking represent him, right? How does that work though? Because it's like, all right, so you have two sides that the police messing with, right? This nigga is snitching and doing work for the cops, but Nipsey is also working. It may not just be the cops; it could be the feds. Who knows who it could be? But Nipsey also working with the communities and stuff like that, and trying to do better and bridge the gap between the cops and the communities. So it's like, listen, I'm not gonna every cop ain't gonna like that shit. No. He taking away their jobs. Shit, hell no. We need them to fear us, as far as it on the cop side or whatever, or speaking for a cop or whatever the fuck they got going on in their mental fucking minds, which are also fucked up too. But it's like, you can't take from, we don't need another black man that's trying to bridge the gap with black folks and police officers. No. We want there to be crime in your neighborhoods, because if there's no crime, then
What are we doing?
But at the same time,
we talk about, or you, so basically what you say, you talk about job security.
Right.
But at the same time too, them motherfuckers want to go home every night.
Yeah, they want to go home every night. Yeah, but they still having an adrenaline rush for a bitch trying to kill him or shoot him or whatever. That's what they live for. That's what they want.
But you know what? Let me tell you something. Even like I tell you, this is the reason why I'm saying how this Nipsey Hussle shit affected me. Because I remember dudes in my neighborhood that kept the neighborhood clean, kept the neighborhood safe, way safer than the police could. Because these dudes, when you know they were the dudes in the neighborhood and they the ones who ran the neighborhood, they're gonna keep the neighborhood straight. Yeah. Certain shit, you know, like, yo, guess what? You know that block on 121? You're not gonna go down there and do no fuck shit. Because you know so-and-so run that block.
Right.
And you're not gonna do no bullshit. Right. The kids can have a good time. Whatever fiends are gonna come, you serving the fiends, they're not gonna come on the block and do that shit. You got to get off the block. You can't do that shit.
Yeah, everybody gonna tell you, get the fuck off the block.
Right. Because
they don't shame you. Get the fuck on.
Even when it comes to the police, certain shit they know that's brewing in the community, they're gonna step the homie and be like, yo, such and such is happening, so and so, you know, he could diffuse it. He could fucking stop shit. Yeah. But now you got, like, that's what I'm saying. That's the reason why I'm saying it hit me so fucking
It's a
close.
heartbreaking situation.
Because it brings me back to my youth and brings me back to the niggas I remember who was good niggas in the neighborhood, who kept the neighborhood up and kept it good. And they niggas that lost their lives for nothing.
Man.
Fuck niggas who's fucking just jealous and envious, who cannot portray and don't have savviness.
For me, it's jealousy and envy. Because for you to go back 3 different times, and keep shooting at this nigga and then have the nerve to kick him in his face and run away. That's not just no hit. That's envy. That's hatred.
Cowardly motherfucker.
That's hatred. But then you know,
that's some shit that needs to be. That's some shit that I'm telling you. There's certain shit that happens in the world that really needs to be dealt with the fucking community. That dude need to be turned over to the community and let the community deal with him in the way they need to deal with him.
He gonna be in there on taxpayer dollars and stuff like that.
It's unfortunate. It's some barbaric shit. But certain niggas need to get dealt with that way. Because when you get dealt with that way, it gives a subliminal message to the next niggas who's coming up to know that, listen, you know what? I'm not gonna do this fuck shit in my neighborhood. Fuck shit
like that, because
it's some bullshit.
Yeah, it's gonna be repercussions behind it. But But the whole thing is that, you know, I know he was a man of the people and he always felt like, you know what I'm saying, he good, but you gotta stay strapped, man.
It's not.
You gotta always have that behind you.
Staying strapped, yo. It's not only staying strapped. As I'm talking to all our leaders and all of our inspirational jokers, all our soldiers out here.
Don't just go out there blind, man.
Help the youth.
You gotta always let niggas know where you at.
We gotta understand where's we not gonna be able to satisfy everybody, and where we trying to go and where we trying to take the community, everybody ain't gonna be able to come with us. You know what I'm saying? And everybody ain't gonna be able to agree with us either. A lot of niggas gonna hate just on GP, but at the same time, you got to know that there's certain shit when you reach, like I was saying before, when you reach a certain level and you reach a certain pinnacle of status, it's just certain shit you just can't do no more.
Yeah, you can't.
You got to have people in position to do those things for you. Yeah. Like I was talking to another homie, I was talking to a brother, I was saying, you know, like a situation, like I'm just using that particular person like a Jay-Z. You think a nigga like a Jay-Z, a nigga could just walk up on him? Jay used to have a fucking toy drive in Marcy Projects. But once he became so huge and so big, he couldn't do it no more. It wasn't because he didn't want to do it. It's just that the pandemonium that it will cause in the shit that it will cause.
And what you could do is you could do things. You could set them things up, but you can't be there. Send a representative of your
he has to out there. When Jay do shit, like now you see a lot of stuff like Jay. When you hear him doing stuff, like you heard he just did something. He did a foundation thing for Nipsey, $15 million.
Yeah, but they said that wasn't for real. But
I don't know if it's for real or not, but I'm pretty sure he computed and did something. We may not know.
He probably just don't want the attention from.
But a lot of stuff that man Jay be doing, he do behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, exactly.
And he's not looking for the credit.
He probably just try to push it over. Yeah.
You know, we out on the outside. We don't know what he's doing. We're gonna say that motherfucker don't do shit for us, but he's doing stuff on the inside. You just don't know. And again, this is what I'm saying. As people of the community, activists who's trying to help the community and uplift the community, we have to remember also as activists and trying to help the community, we can't be selfish. We have to understand we're going to come to a point where we way bigger than ourselves because we for the people. But at the same time, we got to put ourselves in a position where we can't just be out here just out here lackadaisical. And I'm just saying with Nipsey, it was just a situation where I'm pretty sure he had no inclination. Yeah. This man had on shorts. He didn't have no inclination. Yeah. I mean, but we just have to understand, man. There's certain things that we just cannot do.
We don't have no control over certain things.
You just can't do it, man.
But like going into,
just can't do it.
We're gonna take a quick pause and come right back because I want to get into the stay strapped scenario.
Oh, yeah, with the kids, taking your kids to the fucking gun range.
We're gonna tie this into, what I'm saying, not just the kids.
Let's go right into it.
Everybody.
We're gonna go back and touch this Nipsey thing because it's a real heavy situation for me.
So, what I wanted to say is, when you get that big or whatever, you gotta understand at a certain point, you have to be the bigger person and you have to pull yourself out of that situation. You can't be, a lot of people be like, oh, okay, I want to stay relevant. I got to keep my ears to the streets or whatever. But you could do that, but you ain't physically got to be there. You know what I mean? To keep your ears to the streets or to see what's really happening or whatever. But a lot of people feel like they need to physically be
sometimes
there.
It's hard, man. You know what? You know the thing about it is, man, you just got to think about it. It's like, it's hard because when you was raised and you born and bred in a neighborhood that all the ins and outs of the neighborhood. I mean, this is your neighborhood. This is the neighborhood that we played at as kids. Everybody knows, like, even though I may not have dealt with you, you could be a girl. I have never dealt with you and talked to you, but I know you a girl in the neighborhood. Right. I know you Sassy of the neighborhood. Me and you don't conversate. We don't interact with each other, but I know who you are because you from my neighborhood. I've seen you before.
We went to the same elementary school.
We went to the same elementary school. I know you.
Was an undergraduate.
So I don't feel like, my neighborhood is really threat. I don't feel, because I'm so comfortable. But when you reach a certain pinnacle of status, it's just unfortunate. It's really unfortunate, and people are not gonna like you for it.
And it's not a sense of you being afraid or you running away because you always got niggas that don't like you, and being that Nipsey was such, and I hear this and I read it so much as far as how big he was on energy and really feeding energy or whatever. He know that it was niggas right down the street, them same nigga that was right around him, just like Jesus knew Judas. He knew that he was the Judas. He knew it was niggas around him that did not like him. He knew it was niggas around him that could not stand him.
You know the fuck niggas. You know the fuck niggas in the neighborhood. You know the fuck niggas in the neighborhood. But then
he probably also thought like Jesus. Okay, like Jesus say, keep your enemies, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Yeah, type shit.
It's true. But you know what? Again, like I said. Real niggas in the neighborhood, sometimes you know who the fuck niggas is, but when you a genuine nigga and you genuinely trying to do good for people, you take those dudes in just to try to make them feel comfortable. Right. And those be the dude. Listen to me. I'm gonna give you, again, I'm a nobody. I was just pretty much hood rich. I was a fucking nobody, but I knew just because the way I was groomed, there was certain shit when I reached to a certain pinnacle of doing certain shit. I'm a no fucking body.
No, you knew from the beginning because you was brought up with a mother and a father.
Right.
And you had on clean clothes.
Right.
And nice shoes.
Absolutely.
And your hair stayed cut.
Absolutely.
Niggas hated you from that.
No, but.
Niggas hated you because of that.
True. That's true. Mm-hmm. But being on the streets and coming off the porch and being on the streets, it's a whole different animal. It's a code to these streets. It is a certain way you need to move. When you get to a certain pinnacle and you doing certain shit and you getting money, I'm telling you, a lot of these guys today, you look at a lot of these successful black entrepreneurs that transition into the corporate world. These are our fucking 1980s and 1990s dope niggas that was getting all the money that was like hood rich in the hood. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? That got some sort of status that we looked up to. I remember when I was a kid, the first nigga I seen, one of the biggest dope niggas in South Jamaica,
there was a shootout in the park. They grabbed this nigga like he was the fucking president. Gunshots was going off and it was protecting this nigga. Like, oh my, I couldn't believe it. I was stunned. I'm like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is this nigga? But they were protecting him and threw him in a black fucking car and got him out of here. Get this nigga out of here. Get him out of here. I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga for niggas to jump in front of bullets for this nigga?
That's what it's supposed
to be. You understand? So this is what you emulate. This is what you see in your neighborhood. You understand?
Give them their roses while they still can smell them. That's all I'm saying.
That's another thing too that we did. You just brought that up, but again, I
got a lot to say.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
didn't even tell y'all about my whole history witness.
Appreciate these niggas. Appreciate these niggas while they here. Let these niggas know what they mean to you, and even if these is your niggas, but you gotta let them know, man. This is not what you need to do. As far as just trying to be out here, just try to be with the people and shit like that. It's great to want to do that, but when you get to a certain pinnacle, man, it's just not for you no more, man. You just gotta move differently.
Yeah, you gotta pass it on. Like, he gotta pass the shit on to his brother. Let his brother do the street work.
You know even that, man. It's even your family. It's even with your family. Everybody that's in your cipher. Yeah. Everybody that's in your circumference. You just can't do it. You gotta delegate that situation to somebody else. It's not for you. You can't get lackadaisical. You can't get fucking like, yeah, it's my hood and I've been living here all my life. Nah, man. When you get to a certain status, I don't care whether you hood rich or corporate rich. You getting money, you trying to help other people. People are not going to like you just on GP just because they just don't like you.
Just because.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You could have been with a nigga forever. Me and you hanging out, we chilling, we drinking and shit. Some bullshit happened. I never liked that fuck nigga anyway. I've been with this nigga every day.
I always say,
every day I've been with this nigga.
You're gonna know the truth about a person when they're drunk and when they're mad.
Yeah, I never liked that fuck nigga anyway.
2 times you're gonna know. Like,
niggas always hating you on the low.
I want to be around people when they drunk and they mad at me, because you gonna know. I'm gonna know exactly how you feel about me in those 2 spots.
Niggas always gonna hate you on the low, man. Niggas always gonna be hating you on the low, and that's real. Like I said, for me personally, I'm a fucking nobody, my nigga. I'm a nobody, but I was fucking hood. I was doing my little thing back when I was doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I already knew that I'm not standing on the 5 niggas done got shot at this motherfucking corner 2 weeks ago. What the fuck I'm doing over there? Exactly. I can't be over there with you no more. And niggas didn't like me for that shit. Like, oh, this nigga not the same no more. He don't want to even drink a cup with us no more. Nigga, fuck, motherfucker, I can't be over there with you. Exactly. Everybody get locked up. They be rushing that corner every 5 minutes. The fuck I'm being over there with you
Exactly. For? It's like mass pandemonium. You cannot control that situation. So it's like, why are you there?
You know what I'm saying?
Anytime you're going to pull up, you got to make sure, that all the perimeters are covered and you're being watched. Especially like that situation that he was in. He was in a very lax situation. He was very excited to see his homeboy. His people just came out of jail, and he's like, his defenses is down.
And I'm telling you,
he's not on guard.
Not
so
only
you're
that,
supposed to have people there to look out for you.
Not only that,
so you can be comfortable.
His motherfucking situation. I'm telling you, this shit is relatable on the 4 corners of this motherfucking country. You're gonna have a nigga coming home. This a real nigga. This my nigga I was raised with since we was kids. He done did like a bit of half his life.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? He gonna come home. I want to give him something and take care of. You know how many niggas I could tell you from Harlem to Brooklyn to Queens to Staten Island that niggas come home and you want to go take your man and go show him a good time, and not just show him a good time and just bring him home. You know he ain't coming home to nothing. Nigga been down for like 20 something years. What he know on the street? What he got?
All they sent him home was what, $30?
Whatever he got. Whatever he got.
100 at best.
You know?
You got $100. 200. Okay, 200.
Which hood in these United States that you can't relate to that shit? What hood? This nigga was taking care of a nigga who just came home from jail. Not only just came home from jail, everybody that work in his stores is fellas. I could tell you a nigga right now that fucking almost got his whole life taken from him. His whole fucking livelihood with the feds for employing niggas who came from the streets, who just came home from jail trying to come up, and you trying to give a nigga a job. And some nigga hating you for it. For you doing that.
Exactly.
Peep Game, folks. We'll be back.
Yo, Peep Game.
Now we can keep rolling because it started. We just keep rolling.
Peep Game, man. It's terrible.
Alright then.
It's a terrible thing. The fucking moral of the story of this story is is just, to me, is like, besides Nipsey going and passing, this is the radicalization of a community. Because the amount of people, if you looked at the amount of people that went to his marathon store that was grieving and putting out them candles. Imagine the people, those young kids out there who don't even understand, like, man, I'm going to go grab a gun now. I could physically remember, I had a friend of mine getting a whole bunch of money. Name was Sean. A guy, like I said, I'm going to say the name because he done passed away. He's a dude I went to school with from since we was kids. You don't know who he is, but again, he was a dude that's getting a whole bunch of money. A fuck nigga, same way, come to him, got the drop on him, gave him the money, gave him the work, gave him everything. Still shot him in the face and killed him. Yeah. That's what made me go pick up a pistol now.
That's when you know shit is like out of jealousy.
That's what made me go pick up a pistol now to be like, you know what? I need to go protect myself because look what happened to my man. Yep. This could happen to me. So just imagine all them jokers out there in Crenshaw now. Who's going to heal that community? Yeah. How long do you think that community of Marathon that he done created, how long is it going to take for that community to come back? It's going to take like 25, almost 20 years for somebody else to take the reins of that community to bring that community back. Like who's going to heal those people?
That took them back to Tupac, yo. That took them back. That took them back.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, some of those communities don't even recover. Yeah, because you got somebody like a Nipsey Hussle or a no-name nigga who's holding the community together. Exactly. Keeping everything clean, keeping everything straight. Niggas ain't getting robbed. People not getting killed. Your mother coming off the bus trying to come home with groceries, being cool and being safe. Taking care of the neighborhood. Paying people mortgages. Paying people bills. Paying their rent. You know, my kid is lost, can't get no food or whatever. These are the niggas who's doing that. How is that community going to recover?
That's the shit that I was saying because this man was creating STEM programs for children.
You know, he's out there creating jobs for the community, bringing stuff to the community.
Education for children.
How is that community going to recover? But you got this fuck nigga, again, who's sitting in a jail cell. And the worst thing, I'm not going to say the worst thing about it, is that you had, of course, if it was a real nigga who seen him, you had a civilian call. And be like, hey, let's call 911 to find this nigga. If it was a real nigga who knew what time it was, they would have called the niggas on the, hey, so-and-so is over here. You need to come see this nigga, check this nigga.
Yeah, but that's why he was in the suburbs.
You know? This nigga gonna get, this nigga's gonna get his 3 hots in the cop. I'm telling you, man, even just looking at this nigga's face, this is a nigga that's in every hood, man. Every fucking hood. Every hood that's doing this fucking bullshit, man.
Let me tell you something. Honestly, though, he's not going to last in jail.
We don't...
Somewhere or another, they're going to get to him.
Guess what?
The CEOs or somebody going to let somebody get up in there and get
Guess what? If he's a real G nigga, he'll just sign the papers and he won't take PC. He'll put himself in population because he think niggas going to accept him because he did some big shit. Then a nigga might really do something to him. But he not going to do that.
He knows.
I promise you he not going to do that. He going to stay in PC. He going to stay his ass in PC for as long as he can until a nigga... You know what? Let me tell you something. You know, I like to give stories so that way people can relate to it because it's facts. Because I gave a name of a dude named Sean that you don't even know. But I'm going to give you a name where you can go ahead and you can research yourself and look it up. There was a dude in New York City, right? His name was Larry Davis, right? Back in like the late 80s, early 90s, Larry Davis. This nigga had New York City, all 5 boroughs. I'm talking about New York City now. He had the whole 5 boroughs on smash. I mean, the whole city pretty much stopped, okay? What this dude was doing, even though he turned to become like a, just like a, not like a, he almost became like a Robin Hood of the community of New York City. That's what I was gonna say, Robin Hood. But in the beginning, what really happened, he was out there robbing drug dealers. That's what he was doing. That's what his hustle was sticking niggas up and robbing drug dealers. But he was fucking working with the police at the same time.
Motherfucker.
Absolutely. The police ran up on him. Dirty cops, though. Dirty cops was making him try to work for him. You know what I'm saying? So these cops ran up on him. He wound up getting into a shootout with the cops. Now the nigga fucking Larry Davis wanted to fuck. He didn't play. The nigga bust his gun now. The nigga bust his gun and he went at it with New York City Police Department. These are facts. You can look this shit up. His name is Larry Davis. You can look it up and you can read up on it on your own. And the man was going at it with police. Bang, bang, bang. I mean, it was like the old time Western. They were going at it. Bang, bang. I mean, really going at it. And then the police for NYPD back then, that's why they don't do that no more. They went and try to help the city. And they wanted to go to the community and say, listen, you need to help us and call us in. I mean, they was sighting. It was like Roger Rabbit. They was having sightings of fucking Larry Davis on every corner of New York. 5 minutes, he's in Staten Island. Oh, 5 minutes, he's in Brooklyn. 5 minutes, he's in Queens. The nigga was from the Bronx. Okay? And I mean, this dude, they were looking for him. He finally surrendered. He surrendered and turned himself in. Okay? And you know, fuck niggas like this dude in fucking, that did the shit to Nipsey Hussle. These nasty motherfuckers, nasty shit always happens to them. I don't give a fuck how long it takes. It's going to happen to him. That's what I said. Whether it's tomorrow, next year, or 5 years, it's going to happen.
One way or another,
so let me tell you,
one of these CEOs going to open them gates.
No, let me tell you what happened to Larry Davis. Larry Davis went to court, right? And after he had to shoot up with the cops, not on one occasion, on several different occasions, he had to shoot up with the cops now. He went to court. After he got caught, he turned himself in. They thought the police was going to kill him. But it was so public, they couldn't really do nothing to him. So now, he goes to court. He beats the case of the shootout between him and the police. Beats the case cold. I mean, they couldn't charge him with nothing. It was like, couldn't charge him with nothing.
Because it was something that they wasn't supposed to be
doing. But, he fucking, but where he got caught at was the gun charges. He wound up going to jail. He wound up doing time. He wound up doing more than like 15 years. He did quite a bit of time. Larry Davis was almost, I would say he was almost maybe like 90 days short, maybe 30 days short from coming home. Right before he came home. They murked that nigga. And I'm talking about, he was like an activist in fucking jail. He became black awareness. He was an activist. I mean, he was writing books, even though he wasn't making money. Once he hit the street, he was willing. He was in route to make a whole bunch of money. I'm talking about this man became like a Robin Hood of the 5 boroughs of New York, Larry Davis. But again, where he started from was robbing dope dealers and hurting dudes. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Who was sacrificing their life and livelihood or whatever they was doing. Not saying it was right, but that's what they were doing. You understand? Right before he was getting ready to come home, they murked him.
That's what I said.
They touched him. I mean, they touched him in jail.
And killed him. That's what I said for now, because it's high profile. They're going to protect him with their being. They want to make sure it get to court because it's high profile for LAPD. But after that,
and not knowing, and again, like I said, Larry Davis, he heard a lot of police because he shot at them, and he shot them police up now. So you don't know if it was the police, it was the COs, but whatever happened, he got killed.
Of course.
Look at Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer was out there doing all that fuck shit, killing people, eating up people. What happened? He got beat with a goddamn shit plunger. And got killed in the bathroom.
Yeah, shove that shit up his ass.
Nasty shit gonna happen to you when you're doing nasty shit to innocent people.
Of course, man.
And most likely, this dude is following the same plight. It ain't gonna happen today. It may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen next month or next year or 2 years from now. But he gonna get his. He gonna pay for what the fuck he did for doing that. He has to repent and he gotta pay for the shit he did to that man who was helping the community. And even trying to help him at the same time.
Trying to help him at the same damn time.
Ain't no prayers that can save him.
I never knew nothing about Nipsey. I ain't gonna lie. To be real honest, I didn't. The only reason why I knew anything about this man is because of Laura London. Like that's it. Like that's it. Because of my fucking Nunu. That's it. And ATL. Like yo. Like. And Lil Wayne, like, when I found out the 2 reasons, like I was telling Hefe, 2 reasons, because of her, I knew about him, and because he slapped the nigga last year at the BET Awards. Before he even got into the fucking awards,
What is the 5 fingers say to the face? What? Slap!
He slapped the bitch and was in fucking handcuffs, in his suit, in jail. Before the fucking BET Awards even fucking started. Son's still out.
And you know what? Let me tell you something.
That's how I knew this man. That's how I came to know this man. I didn't even know nothing about him as far as him lyrically, musically wise. Promise you, didn't know nothing. Not 2 fucking things about him at all. Then I found out that he had a baby. They had a baby together. I was like, what? Wait a minute. Is he Wayne approved? Like, wait a fucking minute. And I'm like, who is this nigga? What is he doing? I hope she ain't start off with no bum ass nigga. No. And then I started to hear, he spoke. And then I started seeing younger videos of him while he just sitting, chilling on Crenshaw. And it was like, giving him an interview. And they wanted to know where his mind was. And then the person who was giving him the interview was like, yo, you got a real head on your shoulders. Yeah. You're just not trying to like sell mixtapes type stuff. You really trying to, you really here for the community. You really got a good head on your shoulders. He was like, yeah, because all that money shit ain't worth nothing. Exactly. It's about building and getting out of the city. Building, taking care of your family.
Once in a lifetime, man.
Listen, I did not know this was such a great man. I did not know.
10 to 20 years.
I did not know. I did not know this was such a great man. And it makes sense, all of the things that we're putting up on our page. Please be sure to follow our page, Raising Kings Podcast, IG, Facebook. Follow that shit because we got some really good clips.
And it's not only that too. Let me tell you something else too.
Really good clips up for you guys.
There
Please
was a
go
few
watch
people.
them.
I'm not gonna give nobody too much of this energy, but people have to have empathy for others. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing with a lot of us black folk and a lot of us niggas. You know what I'm saying? We don't have empathy for others. We like to put our own little spin on shit that ain't got shit to do with nothing. Mm-hmm. And I'll say it again. I'm gonna say it one more time. And this apply to only motherfuckers who understand. You understand? Every motherfucker got an opinion. And you know what they say about opinions. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one.
Show them do.
You understand? Me personally, as black folk, I consider us all gods and earths, queens and kings. Point blank, plain and simple. I don't give a fuck who you are or whatever it is. If you look like me, you either a god or a earth. That's right. You understand what I'm saying? The niggas, the dudes are gods. The women's are earths as far as I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying? The women are the earths because we plant our seeds in them and they grow. You understand what I'm saying? And the man is God. Without the God, you can't have life. Mm-hmm. And without the women, you ain't gonna have it because they the ones who gotta grow the seed at the end of the day. We need to stop this fuck shit and talking about who thinks who's more blacker than the other. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, we all together as one. And once we start realizing that shit and stop trying to separate each other.
Stop with that slave fucking mentality, bro.
Exactly. And that's that shit we were talking about. That's the shit we was talking about last week. About what was that book we was talking about last week?
The Willie Lynch letter.
That's that Willie Lynch shit. Mm-hmm. That's the reason why we could say that shit about each other. Yeah. Once we stop that fuck shit, that's when we can really move forward and really see some progress.
And I'm sorry to curse because I was trying to keep it clean because I'm trying to work on that shit too.
You understand? Well, I don't. Well, you know me. Let me tell you something.
I'm trying to be better.
Let me tell you something. I'm very enlightened, but sometimes
that Willie Lynch shit, man.
Sometimes you gotta put some curse words in because certain niggas don't understand unless you put curse words in, so you can make the fucking a statement more solidified. Mm-hmm. Because when you talk to them proper and you say proper language and talk proper, they really don't get it. That's when they want to do some pussy shit. Mm-hmm. But when you start saying some fuck words and keep some fuck shits in there and put some fuck in there, it makes it more, you understand? It makes it more oomph. It gives a little more oomph to it.
Exactly.
That's the thing, you know? We need to stop that shit. Man, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people ain't had no remorse for Laura London. This lady done lost her king, my nigga.
Yeah, she lost her
you understand what I'm saying? Not only that, she's the earth. She done made a seed for the man Nipsey Hussle. That seed is gonna be fatherless.
Yeah.
Fatherless.
You understand?
Man,
have some empathy. And look that word up, because some of you might not know what that word means. They don't know the difference between sympathy and empathy. They may not know the word, what that word means is empathy. It might be a little too big for them, but look it up. Have some fucking empathy for others.
Understand the meaning of that.
Emotions back because, you know, people be thinking that this shit just be for TV and shit like that, but I really been fucked up this whole week about this shit.
A lot of people.
I'm talking about depressed.
I'm telling you.
And me, somebody who don't even know him, I'm like chills right now. Like, I've been all week. Like, this shit is serious. It don't matter.
When I say like honestly now I understand what people say when they depressed. Like I understand that. Like I tapped into that mode. And it's not about that. It's just like you can understand like a person doing so much good and this negativity can happen to them. It's a hurtful piece.
Like I said,
knowing him as his music, me knowing him as a man, just period. Just to know that this man is no longer be here for his family. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
I could tell you
some bullshit.
I could tell you, like I said again, I can remember from since I was young. I can go and start with, some people may not even remember, I can go with Scott LaRock. People who may not know that name, Scott LaRock. This dude, Scott LaRock, was, he was down with KRS-One. Yeah. And big DJ. He was KRS-One's DJ.
Oh, okay.
The dude was inside his house, minding his business, and I think he had a cousin, or whatever, whoever it was, ran outside trying to break up and get involved and try to defuse the situation. He get killed by some fuck nigga for no damn reason.
Yeah, it's the same shit.
You got that brother from Lost Boys.
Master J. Yeah.
Freaky Zeke, I forget his name.
Freaky
Ty.
Yeah.
Same thing. He get killed, shot in the head, killed for no reason.
No reason at all.
No reason.
That shit crazy. You bringing me back.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Now I'm giving you names of people, because if I give you my names of niggas in the hood that was hood rich, that was getting money, that was helping the neighborhood and keeping the neighborhood clean and keeping the neighborhood consistent, they were like, who the fuck is this nigga? But if I talk about niggas like Iron Horse, niggas like OJ, nigga from 40 Projects, niggas from Baisley, they wouldn't know, because they wouldn't understand it.
That's your direct
exactly.
Interaction.
Exactly. These are the dudes that I know that these things happen to, that kept the neighborhood straight. These are the dudes.
But you know niggas like that too.
Yo,
everybody who watching, you know a nigga like that. For a nigga like me, a person like me, I'm sorry, excuse me.
I don't care.
For a person like me, there was a couple good niggas in my neighborhood, in my projects. I ain't gonna name them, but it was some good niggas, because I don't know what they doing right now, but they probably done, got up and doing better by themselves or whatever. It was a couple good niggas. Bird, Nick, Jim, them niggas was some good niggas. They was in the fucking projects. They was in there. They was in the projects, and they was making money. You feel me? And they knew everybody. Those was the hustlers. Those was the niggas that was making moves. You feel me? Those was the niggas that was making sure everybody feared our projects. Everybody knew anybody couldn't just walk up in this bitch. You feel me? Shit was not sweet like that, because if you did, then these little jits, you feel me, gonna go run and tell them, and they gonna go and see about you, because they want to know what the fuck you doing over here. Like, what the fuck is up? Like, for real, you just can't just come walking through here like everything all good and shit like that. Like, nah, nigga, this ain't where it's at. This not what it is. It was a couple good niggas like that, and y'all need to, give these niggas they roses while they still breathing.
Yo, man. Like I said, the moral of this story is, man,
Peep Game.
Definitely Peep Game, but at the end of the day, even though it's an unfortunate situation, what I'm saying to all our leaders and all of our activists who's trying to do good for the community and help the community, understand your power and understand what you mean to the community. You not just you no more. You actually are a commodity to the community. You the one who's feeding the community.
I know it make you feel good. As soon as it make you feel good, get out. And
you know what it is? It's not just get out. It's just you just gotta know how to delegate your situation. You gotta be able to delegate your situation.
Let me tell you something.
And know how to delegate it to people where you not on Front Street no more.
Let me tell you something.
You know what I'm saying?
You're obligated to your family. You
absolutely. This is the reason why. This is the reason why I say you cannot. And sometimes it's not even the thought. And like I said, I don't know the dude Nipsey. I don't know him, but I'm just saying I'm just thinking of a dude looking on the outside looking in. he was a guy that was just thinking like, yo, this is my neighborhood. This is the niggas who love me in my neighborhood that I'm trying to help. That I'm trying to help.
Ain't nobody
why would somebody really want to help me? Like, why would somebody really want to hurt me like this? You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, we can't think that way. Man. We have to think bigger than that. That we can't be selfish to the neighborhood and our community. We bigger than that community. You understand what I'm saying? We the one who's helping the community and feeding the community. Because at the end of the day, just in Nipsey's situation, the amount of people that he got, that that works for him, that's feeding a family, that's paying their mortgages, that's paying their car notes. What they gonna do now?
Exactly, because it'll never be the same.
What they gonna do now?
We running out of time on this segment. We wanted to give Nipsey a whole hour, so
absolutely, because it's a conversation that really needs to be had.
Man, this shit hurts, man.
I
really feel what people felt when Pac passed, because I was a little baby. You know what I'm saying? But this shit.
Now it's happening for these babies in their generation. So now it's happening for them.
Exactly.
But you cannot remember, man. You cannot be selfish to your cause. Do not be selfish to your cause. You always got to remember. You got to be bigger than your cause, man. And you cannot underestimate your surroundings and whoever you with. You got to have the right protection. You got to protect yourself
at all times.
If you can't hold a pistol, you got to have legal jokers that make sure to hold a pistol. Period.
You know, we started off that with Nipsey, you know what I'm saying, because it's only right, you know. But we also wanted to jump into, because, you know, that man should have never been out there by himself. Mm-hmm. Like, I understand that you want to keep it real with the hood, but you can't always keep it real with the hood. You always got to have some form of protection. Like, you no longer on the hood nigga stature. Right. You know, you're on a different level. So when you out there, you always got to have, even if you got to make a phone call to say, hey, cuz I'm going to be out here for such and such time. You know what I'm saying? Send a couple of homies. You know what I'm saying? To have my back. You know what I'm saying? Because he was in a relaxed situation. You know what I'm saying? He was in a relaxed situation. He was chilling. He was with, you know, one of his homies. He was laughing, chopping it up. Even though this little big head ass, puss ass nigga then came up on him and shit like that. But he was too relaxed. Like, niggas are trained.
Nobody around him was strapped.
Nobody. That's why I can't understand how nobody in that plaza was strapped. But I understand from his standpoint, he deal with a lot of convicted felons and they weren't allowed to have guns. And just like how we able to tote shit here in Florida, it's not like that in Cali. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I even like couple of guns that I purchased. Like, if I was out in Cali, I couldn't even have that. And it's a regular 9mm gun, and they can't have that out there in Cali. It's the gun laws are crazy.
His own brother said that's why the hood loved him so much.
Yeah, because he was just out there. The people could touch him.
Jump out in the hood and have like $80,000, $50,000 worth of jewelry around his neck. Which I don't think, you know. Again, I'm not trying to take nothing away from him, but what I'm saying to you as us being, you know, people of the community and trying to help the community, we have to understand and come to realization that
we're bigger than that. And that once again,
when we reach a certain pinnacle, we have to understand when we feeding lots of different people and feeding families and things like that, you're not an individual no more. You more of a commodity. It's just like you like a trade on a stock market. You're a commodity. I feel like your net worth is, you're worth something. You're worth something to a lot of people. So with that being said, you got to take that in consideration. Absolutely. And you cannot be selfish. You cannot be selfish.
I think he was feeling like love conquers all. Like, you know what I mean? He was that type of nigga.
Yeah, he was.
Who was like, listen, you can hate me all you want
that
or whatever. You coming to me with some type of beef or whatever,
good, but look where that got him.
Let me show you. Of course, look at where it got him. But at the end of the day, I feel like that's how he was leading his life. Like, you know what I mean? Love conquers all. Yeah, I'm jumping out with all these chains on or whatever. Yeah, but I ain't throwing it in your face. Like, exactly. I'm not that type of nigga. If I got something that you want, nigga, let me help you.
There was always exactly because they always said Nipsey Hussle was a very polite dude. Like, everything that he did was polite. No beef, no
strife, no nothing.
Even from he was young, they used to say he used to get in a lot of fights because of the way he spoke. He was very polite. So versus him being the mean nigga, he always had to fight to defend himself because he was so polite. So even in this situation with this snitch ass nigga, I mean, it's mixed reviews on what it was said, but it was like he wasn't even like mean to the nigga like get the fuck home.
Listen, let me
he was just like, go ahead, bring your paperwork back.
Yo, let me tell you something.
Shook hands and everything with the nigga.
Niggas like that, I'm telling you, man. Niggas like that in the hood that know that fuck niggas and pussy niggas, and they see other niggas.
Lighter.
Oh,
my bad.
Other dudes that's emulating and striving to do good. These niggas, they want that. Mm-hmm. They see you doing that. But they can't do it because it's not in them to do it. They pieces of shit. They scumbags inside, man. They scumbags. You understand? So they see you out here doing good for the hood. They want to do it, but they don't have the savviness or the technology or the common sense to do it. So they hating you because you're the one who's doing it. And you trying to help them too. But they hating you at the same time.
But my thing is this, right?
Gun violence.
I feel like he was never supposed to be out there alone. You know what I'm saying?
That's totally agreed.
It's supposed to be, hey, even though it's spur of the moment.
We can sit here and we can sit here and we can regurgitate and we can fucking contemplate and we can
gone, you know what I'm
talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's just like a lot of dudes in the hood that feel like, yo, my hood loves me and I could just come out here, you know, for a split second and do something and go. But I'm telling you, you wake up in the morning, do you think that you was going to have this conversation with this person and know that this shit was going to go all the way to the left like this? You
never know nothing going to happen. You could be driving down the fucking street and you just bought 4 new brand fucking tires.
But listen to me.
You ain't know you was about to get it flat today.
But you know what? This is why I say, when you reach a certain pinnacle, it's just like, it's just like a hood. I've seen niggas in the hood they hood rich. They niggas that's dope niggas that's getting $100,000 a day, $50,000 a day. These niggas will tell you they're not moving pieces no more. They moving big work.
Right. They ain't coming out on the block.
They gotta fall back. And the thing about it is that, it's just like building a house. You got the bricks, you got all the material, you build your house. You understand? But when you building your house, you gotta insulate your house.
Right.
You don't want wind just blowing through your shit. So when you get to a certain status, man, you got to insulate yourself. You got to pull away from doing certain things.
Maybe that's what he was doing. Maybe he was.
Well, obviously not, man.
Maybe he was on the verge of doing.
That's possible. That's possible. But it was just that one day. He probably never did it. He probably was on point every time because he had security. He had a legal nigga holding a pistol. But you cannot fall off for that one motherfucking day. But like, oh well, he not here. Let me just go off over here and just do this. Nah, man.
The man was happy his homeboy came home.
Like I said, dudes, people, whether you female or male, you cannot be selfish to the culture. You can't be selfish to the community, nor can you be selfish to yourself, nor can you be selfish to your family. You have to think militant all the time. You got to be protected.
Thank you for saying that. That's exactly why I want to talk about the whole reason why for spring break, I took my son to the motherfucking gun range because I'm talking about raising kings. And I need for him to know that he need to stay strapped. Or I need for him to know he can't be afraid. My whole point of taking my son to the gun range during spring break was so he cannot be afraid of the gun. You know what I mean? Every 4th of July, we'll be outside or whatever. We go out right before it get dark or whatever to shoot our fireworks because we know what type of neighborhood we live in and we know it's fools out there that's ready to just blam 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 blam. Not giving a fuck, knowing his kids on every fucking corner, knowing his kids every fucking where, and they just outside shooting fucking guns like these kids is in the house already. They not. And regardless if there was, bullets don't have no names. They go through windows all the fucking time.
That's 2 of Nipsey Hussle's mixtapes. Bullets ain't got no name.
See? There we go. You feel me? And I'm
gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you something though, Miss Love. I don't really agree with the shit with kids going to the
No, Hefe.
Wait a minute, let me just get what I'm saying.
Okay,
you may not
agree.
You
I'm
may
a
not
gun
Let me just
advocate.
finish what I'm saying.
Okay.
Let me just finish what I'm saying.
Okay.
I might listen to me. I may be completely wrong. Because let me tell you something. I've been in these gun ranges down here in Florida. And the shit I seen down here,
little 5-year-olds busting off.
These white jokers will come with their whole family from fucking 5 years old and up.
And
everybody shooting.
It was a whole Amigo family in there. I'm talking about Abuelo and all.
Yo, you know that like there's gun competitions, right?
Yes.
Do you know who is the champion of a gun competition?
Who's that?
Killing old ass niggas.
14-year-old.
A little girl. She first started when she was like fucking 5. She's probably like 14 now, and she's the champion of fucking toting fucking guns and hitting, sniping niggas.
I'm not gonna say. Let me tell you something. Let me just clarify something. Okay, let me just clarify something. I'm just a little leery about it because I just know how I was as a kid. But you're right. I'm gonna say something. Let me fix myself. Let me fix myself.
Go ahead, because I'm gonna check that.
Let me fix myself. I'm gonna fix myself. I'm gonna be honest now. I'm just a little leery with it with kids because I know sometimes with kids sometimes they don't know how to gauge. It depends on the kid's mannerisms and the kid's mentality.
Exactly. You got to check their maturity level.
It's a kid's mentality because I just know how I was as a kid. I knew I liked to experiment with shit that I knew I wasn't supposed to be experimenting with shit. Mm-hmm. Even though you told me this ain't good to do, let me show you how to do it. Mm-hmm. And when you turn around, I'm fucking with it. Mm-hmm. That's just how I'm thinking. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, I'm completely wrong because some of these white folks, they take their kids from young and they start shooting chickens and all type of shit. And our kids ain't prepared for this shit. And I agree.
That's what I was gonna say. But you did that shit as a kid that had no training.
I'm just a little
whatsoever.
Nervous. No, I'm just saying. I'm just a little nervous.
You're nervous.
That we know our kids should be trained and understand and know.
Let me tell you something. Because let me tell you something about my experience, right? Me, I've always been a concealed weapons license holder, but I didn't have no training whatsoever. I just got one because it's Florida. You could get one. I don't have no record. I'm good. Let me get a gun license. Oh, let me go to the gun range and buy a couple guns just to have it. You know what I'm saying? Bless you.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
You motherfuckers better say bless you.
But I never had really no training. So when I really said, let me dive in. Let me really know because honestly, I never used to carry around no weapons. Nobody never knew I was concealed to carry. That's why, look, it's back here. I keep it on my phone because it's like, I always got my phone. So if anything, I get pulled over, I'm concealed to carry right here. And even though I don't have to show nobody, but it's here just in case. Because, we black. Even though something that the white person can do, we can't do. We can't just say, oh, I don't got to tell you no shit. Mm-hmm. As soon as they search our car, find a weapon, we gone. Mm-hmm. We in trouble. Mm-hmm. But when I realized, like, yo, I really, I had to think about it. Like, I really don't know, like how to take care of a gun, how to clean a gun. I used to always pay somebody to do that shit for me. My shit used to be so fucking old and rusty because I never used to do nothing to it. I used to pay somebody to clean my shit for me. And I was like, damn, I got like 4 guns. Why am I paying this person over $100 to clean all these guns for me when I could learn to do it myself? So that's when I said, let me put myself in some training. You know the first thing that man asked me? You have a child? Yeah. How old is your child? I told him the age. Why isn't your child here with you? I was like, huh? What? Why isn't your... He was mad. Mm-hmm. He was like, leave, come back tomorrow, bring your kid. Mm-hmm.
This year, a child has died in an accidental shooting at least every other day. Officials say the deaths were either self-inflicted or caused by another child. Nikki Batiste visited a class where kids are learning about gun safety.
Concentrate on pulling.
3rd grader Brody Risen is pulling a trigger for the very first time. He's learning how to load and fire a .22 caliber handgun during this class called First Shots. It's designed for children as young as 8.
These rules can never be broken.
The goal of this 2-hour lesson is to teach gun safety while satisfying a child's curiosity about firearms. Brody's father is a gun owner.
I think the younger you are, the more you're comfortable with it and around them, the better they are to handle them.
In Kansas City, Kansas, Frontier Justice offers birthday parties like this Sweet 16 where the bullets fired outnumber the candles. Psychologist Sherry Hamby is studying the impact of guns on children.
At what age does a child have the impulse control and the maturity to handle a firearm?
Well, impulse control and maturity and cognitive capacity are all somewhat different things. The more we know about brain development, the more that you would really have to say like mid-20s.
They're impulsive, they're curious.
Giovanna and Byron McDowell lost their 14-year-old son, Jawan, last year. His 13-year-old cousin accidentally shot and killed him at a relative's house with an unsecured handgun he thought was unloaded.
Even if they go through safety classes, that's not going to prevent them from saying, look what I can do, and showing it to their friend. And just that quick, life can change.
As for Brody, he's happy he hit the bullseye.
What did you learn today in First Shots?
I learned the 4 safety rules.
Which are?
Never point the gun somewhere or in danger, and never...
But there's a lot to remember.
I forgot.
His dad says they'll be back. Nikki Batiste, CBS News, Kansas City, Kansas.
Because he said if you have a weapon in your home, kids are curious, just like how you feel.
You're right.
Kids are hella curious.
You're right.
They're going to go searching. They may stumble across your shit. You don't think your kid's searching your shit, but they in your shit. I found out when my kid was sneaking playing my PlayStation. When I took his away, he was in my room playing my shit. Kids go in your room searching your shit. What if your kid find your gun? What is he gonna do? He don't know about it. He think, oh, cool, my mom got a gun. He plays gun games. He think it's a video game. He think they don't know if I shoot myself in the head, they think they're gonna respawn.
Exactly.
They don't respond. Go get your kid and don't come back to my class until your kid with you because you have a child in your home.
You're right.
So, all right, I brought my kid with me. All of that misconception that you have in the fair, that person who's trained to teach you taught my child, don't fuck with no gun unless it's warranted. So all that fear that you have about your kid touching and playing with that shit is out of their head.
Yeah,
the first thing they teach them when they get in that class, you see a gun on the fucking table, back away, go get a fucking adult. That's what they teach them. So if you teaching the kid, if you showing the kid something, hey, look, this is a firearm. You know the dangers of it. You know the uses. Why are you supposed to pull out a gun? And if you pull it out, make sure you use it. You shouldn't pull it out unless it's a warranted situation to use it. This is what this man taught my kid. So my kid know if a gun sit on the table, my kid gonna walk by that fucking gun because it's no longer interesting to him. Because now he knows about it. He knows how to pull it apart, how to do all type of shit. He knows what it does. And he know that if you fuck with that gun, just being curious and you shoot yourself, ain't no coming back.
I think the biggest lesson
we need to teach our kids that.
You're right.
We do.
You know what? It's just a nervousness around me because I just remember.
But that's what's gonna knock it
off. That's the problem.
Right. But you're right.
Because I used to be like that too.
Let me tell you the difference with me. Is because I was introduced to guns at a very, very young age, and I've seen a lot of my friends get hurt with guns. Even one of my friends, gosh, I'm just telling, I'm keeping it honest.
But hold on, not to cut you off. Were they trained?
No, they wasn't. No. One of my friends shot me with a gun.
They weren't trained.
We were playing with the gun and shot me in the leg with it.
This is why you need education.
Period.
But
you guys were playing.
This is the reason why. This is the reason why I'm saying.
But why your ass need to have them in a gun range.
Exactly.
Listen.
You
like
got to teach these kids gun security,
man. I
man.
just came off hastily in saying that, but I could understand and say you're right, because if you teach the kid and make them understand the dangers of a gun and the reason why you should touch a gun, that's understandable.
Exactly.
But I'm talking from a place where
of course
we didn't have no training.
Of
we
course.
just known that.
Of course.
Boom. This motherfucker.
You know better,
Hefe, that was me too. That was
you
me
know
too.
better, you do better.
Absolutely.
But that was
I'm
me
the
too.
first one to say it.
I go into class thinking, I'm gonna learn how to shoot. I'm gonna learn how to snipe a nigga from across the street.
Because I'm telling you,
That
I've been
man
in gun
told me,
ranges.
get your ass
Listen
up
to
out
me.
my class and go get your kid.
Listen to
Bring
me.
your
I've
kid
been
here.
inside gun ranges and I've seen all these white folks come in with their kids and showing them how to shoot. And I'm like, what the fuck are these little kids doing?
Right, Hefe. You know what embarrassed me? Because the first time I shot a fucking shotgun, and this was before, and I had guns, but this was me just going to the gun range with my nigga playing around. we was up in Orlando somewhere, the whole machine gun shit. And I was just like, yeah, we gonna shoot all this shit. Thinking I'm good, and the shit blew me back.
Like that motherfucking Kevin Hart.
That shit fucked me up. But when you go in these gun ranges and these little kids is like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and they holding the shit and they boom, 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 boom. You walking through and you seeing them and they not even flinching. And when you look at the target, them niggas hitting their target. The first target is headshots. The second target is torso shots. They hitting every fucking vital organ to fucking kill you at 6 and 7 years old. Shit that I can't even do.
Exactly, and my baby's 8, so I need
shit
to get
that I can't even do. And it's like, train your kids.
Right,
these are why we so behind.
Right.
We so behind because we living in fear and we living in this black way of hostility, saying you just telling our kids don't fucking touch it because I said so.
Yeah,
you're right.
You can't say because I said so. Explain to them and show them why they're not supposed to. But if you own firearms, your kids are supposed to know. Imagine if you in a situation. If I go downstairs and I go get some water.
Right.
Somebody in my shit. Like I just told you, I had an incident where I think somebody trying to steal my grill. You know what I'm saying? Because I look and it's moved. So imagine I go downstairs and somebody in my shit. My gun upstairs. My son know where my gun at. And I'm like, and I'm stuck.
He can save you.
He knows firearm training, so he could come down with the gun and say, "Hey, he got a gun."
My mom.
You're right.
What's the first thing you gonna do when you see a kid with a gun?
I'm so serious with guns and shit. I'm like, even when it come to my wife. I would never show her how to shoot no damn gun. I ain't even.
And that's what we was talking about too, because we was talking about like how women think.
Because I know I might say some slick shit. She might go grab the motherfucker and shoot me. I'm not fucking with.
That's not to worry. Don't worry about that. Because if she
you
would
don't know
shoot
that.
you, she would have shot you a long time ago. Fuck and be damned if she know how to use it. Trust me, if she want to shoot,
but every woman don't think that way.
But I'm just saying. But what you said, I could definitely retract my statement because, like I said, it's more of a worry to me because I just knew. Because see, when I got introduced to guns and shit like that,
it was on some street shit.
Straight.
It was on some street shit.
I seen fucking shit. Fuck y'all seen scared straight.
It was just on some street shit. But
kids on that
you gotta understand
that done held guns and done shotguns.
But you gotta understand in the streets.
I'm talking about. I'm like 12, 13 when I first got.
But you gotta understand, Hefe. Niggas in the streets.
And an older nigga like, yo, listen.
Here you go.
Nigga, this is what y'all need to do.
But
do not fuck around with this gun. You pull this gun out, that motherfucker better go back in your pocket smoking. This is not
shoot them out their socks.
Pistols are not a conversational piece. It's not for you to have a conversation and pull it out to be talking and trying to negotiate. When that motherfucker come out, it's pop go to weasel and it's time to go to work.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Straight up.
But you understand,
straight up, listen. The nigga said it's pop go to weasel, motherfucker. That shit come out. It better go back in your pocket smoking.
But here's the thing.
That's how you get murdered.
Yeah.
You do not go.
Pulling it out, playing around with this shit.
A pistol is not a conversational piece. It's not for you to pull out and be like, oh, well, let's have a conversation about the fuck shit you did 2 nights ago by fucking my wife and the money you stole.
Yeah.
You pull that pistol out, it's to pop a nigga head off.
But you seen that video, the nigga in the gas station with the big ass Tech 9.
What's shit in the gas station?
I'm gonna put the clip up. The nigga out there, whatever the fuck they was saying, because you can't hear the audio.
Okay.
That nigga acting tough because he pulled a big ass shit out of his fucking dick.
Oh.
So he out there showing off style and he didn't even know the nigga was fucking strapped. Oh. The nigga played it cool. All right, nigga, you got it. The nigga, rah, nigga, get your ass from fucking around here. Nigga, get the fuck, don't come back. All right, he put his shit away. The nigga pulled his shit out and blam his ass and kill him.
Hey, yo, you know the crazy shit is? Let me tell you something. I don't want to say the nigga name though. But one of my niggas and shit that I grew up with, you know what I'm saying, went to school with and shit. I used to see him all the time after we got out of high school and shit. I always used to see him. He used to have a suit on and shit. But this nigga used to go uptown into the city and he used to go rob niggas, right? So one time what he did was he was on a train and he tried to go he went and robbed this lady. He robbed the lady, took the lady chain and all the type of shit, but he didn't check the lady bag. After he robbed the lady on the platform, he turned around and walked away. Lady went in her purse, pulled out a motherfucking 38 and shot his ass. He said at that point, right then and there, he knew he lost his legs because he didn't have no feeling with his legs.
That's right.
Shot him in his back.
That's right.
And he was paralyzed.
But you're not supposed to shoot somebody from behind.
It don't matter.
But in her situation,
and let me tell you something. Shot his ass and paralyzed him. He was in a wheelchair.
That's right. Wheelchair Jimmy.
Now, don't get it twisted now, because like I tell you, he was on his pistol game. He wound up getting fucking same shit happened to him. But he always, while he was in this motherfucking wheelchair rolling around, he always kept a pistol under his fucking kept a piece out on the pistol.
You gotta lift them shits up.
And one time what happened with him, same thing happened to him. He was, late night. Nigga come up, try to rob him. He pulled a pistol. He killed the nigga. Yeah. He beat that case.
Of course. Anytime you're in a self-defense situation, you're gonna beat it. No matter. And honestly, too, I be seeing like people be saying that you're a convicted felon, but honestly, if them people had guns in that store, it would have been justified.
I'm gonna tell you right now, man. You see how you say you got a gun license and you. See, I was just raised a little different, from how I was raised when it came to pistols. A pistol is not, like I said, it's not a conversational piece. It's not something that you go and you talk about. You understand what I'm saying? And you tell niggas that you carrying and you holding. Because in the neighborhood I came from, if niggas knew in the neighborhood you a pistol toting nigga, you a gun toting nigga, and you busting the gun.
At you with guns.
I was always told. I was always groomed.
We need to be teaching.
I was always groomed to know. If you a pistol toting niggas, everybody know in the neighborhood that you shooting niggas all the time. A nigga who knows you like
come
that,
at you with the fire.
They're not gonna talk to you.
Exactly.
They're not gonna have a conversation with you. They're gonna try to pop your head off.
Exactly.
They're gonna pop your goofy off. So you don't want to fucking be that nigga. Me, that's how I was raised. A lot of niggas in the hood wanted niggas to know that they was that gun nigga.
Yeah.
But a lot of them niggas that was like that, they not here with us no more. They 6 feet under.
Exactly.
They had a dirt bath. They gone.
Exactly. They gone.
So I always knew you shouldn't really broadcast that you carry a pistol. You know you ready to do what it do.
Right.
Keep that shit quiet.
When you no longer out there, right? Especially when we want our kids to know.
Oh, I'm a civilian.
There's
I'm a
dangers.
Square.
There's dangers.
Listen to me. I'm a square. I'm a civilian now.
You don't respond. You don't respond from if your kids see, like, imagine if you got a gun and your kids somehow stumble across that shit and they say, ooh, bam, they don't respond.
But
so you
like
want to at least give them the training.
With a situation like what you're saying, I could completely see your point, and I could completely agree with what you're saying.
Give them the training.
Oh no, with your training. Go ahead. I agree. I'm gonna retract my statement and agree.
Right.
With what you saying.
Okay.
Kids need training, man.
We at the fucking gun range or whatever. As soon as we walk through, no lie, like it's a guy at the front or whatever. 2 guys at the front and there's 2 guys.
I gotta
back.
pee. I'm sorry.
No
Go ahead.
problem.
Keep going. No,
2
keep
guys
talking.
in the back or whatever. So everybody all on a white face, pale face. You feel me? Everybody's so happy to see my baby when he walked through the door. Like everybody's so happy. Like. They was not even interested in me and my husband. You feel me? They asking my son what gun.
Y'all
you
keep
know
up.
what I mean?
I'm
These
sorry.
are the what's the names. These are the guns that we have for you guys or whatever. This one, it doesn't have as much pullback. He's like, what's pullback? Oh, we're going to teach you all about that. Your dad knows about that or whatever. So he's like, you're going to need this. You're going to need that. He goes upstairs or whatever. He's fully ready. He got on his little earplugs or whatever, his little headphones, whatever. He got his goggles on, his face, everything. He's ready. He ready for combat. We go up the steps.
He ready for combat.
He ready for combat. We go up the steps. We see a whole Yay family. I'm telling you, we got Papa, we got Mama, we got Abuelo, we got Abuela. Okay, we got Nino, we got Nina. Okay, we got the whole fucking family in that bitch. You feel me? Every fucking one member of that Hispanic family was in there, and every single last one of them was busting. Grandpa down, grandpa, grandma, mama, papa, sister, daddy. Every fucking body was in there busting. You feel me? So my husband is showing my son how to load the clip. He loading the clip. He's super excited or whatever, just by loading the clip. He's super excited, but he don't know what's really in store. Now, mind you, he's 8. He plays these, shooting games, fighting games or whatever, but it's nothing. The most he gets from the controller is a little thud.
Right.
That's the most that they get. This is why I'm telling y'all, like, y'all really need to take y'all kids and really, like, fire off these fucking guns so they can really fucking see the realness of the gun, the real pullback, the real everything of the gun. So he's loading it, having a wonderful fucking time. And now my husband's like, okay, now you could, now you shoot it or whatever. So, well, first of all, let me back up. He loads the shit and he's like, my husband's like, you feel how heavy it is? He's like, yeah, but see, now this is the gun in his hand. He's like, yeah.
Oh shit.
Yo.
Yeah. But
he's like, okay.
But you gotta understand, he didn't have any prior training before putting that gun in his hand.
Like, okay, put that shit down. Turn it that way. You don't want to, it's loaded now. So it's a problem. You can shoot me and you can shoot and you can harm anybody. And I don't even think even in that, even though we were telling him, whoa, put the gun down, put the barrel down, guns go through, bullets go through there, you can actually kill or hurt somebody.
Exactly.
It still didn't register.
That's the first thing.
You think it's still a toy.
Let me tell you when it registered. Let me let y'all understand when it registered. When it was time for him to cock it back, okay, and actually pull the fucking trigger.
He realized how serious it was.
Done. He was done after the first shot. He was done. He didn't want to fucking pull the trigger no more. He was done with the gun. He don't want shit to do with the gun. I don't like it. I want to go back to playing my fucking video games.
but that's why before you put the gun in their hand, and this is why I love my training. I still do it. Trust me, I'm sniping out here. Thanks to this man, you know what I'm saying? But the first thing he did was he showed the kids, like, cause it was a kid. He separated the adults from the kids, and he showed them, like, this is what happens. If you play with this gun and you shoot yourself, you're dead, and you don't come back. You don't see your family. So they learn about guns first. They learn how to break the guns down and all that stuff. Learn how to pull it together. And then they put in, first of all, they didn't really shoot real bullets first. So they played with it, toyed with it, realized how the kickback worked and stuff like that. And then from there, when they really realized, all right, listen, you're mature enough to put real bullets in this gun. And then they put the real bullets in there. And from there, they started shooting. And then he advised me to, like, start him off with like a 380. You know what I'm saying? It's a small gun. Really no kickback.
He had one of those Western guns.
That was a revolver. He had a revolver. Yeah.
380 would always work, boy.
Exactly. Smoke a nigga out his socks. It's small, it's compact. A nigga would never know you carrying it.
It'll make you sit
You know
down.
what I'm saying? So, I mean, I haven't personally bought him one.
A 380 is the perfect starter gun for any motherfucker.
I don't know. I
exactly.
just feel like my son
right in
got
between.
A lot.
Yep.
It'll make
like
you sit down.
Either
a 380 or a 38 revolver.
Or a 38 revolver. And I think that a 38 revolver is still a little.
That's probably what my son had. A 38 revolver.
I still think a 38 revolver is a little too much for a child too.
It is a lot. I mean, it is. But that's what he was shooting
loud.
with.
Yeah, it's loud.
It's a little bit of a lot of recoil.
And it's a lot of recoil. Yeah.
You could put a bigger
bullet
round,
in it. Yeah. Like a 38 special could hold. I think it could hold. Yeah, I was just about to say it could hold a 45 round, and that shit gonna go boom. Just the sound of it gonna scare people.
I mean, he enjoyed the whole load.
The experience.
He enjoyed the experience. You feel me? And now. What my husband really was his whole teaching, to my son was basically, the whole gun safety thing as far as saying when to use it, when not to use it, when to touch it, when not to touch it. Like, you don't need to touch this. This is not what you need to go out there and get. This is nothing that you should be yearning for. This is nothing that you should feel like you need. You feel me? But it is a sense of protection.
But make sure you guys tell him as soon as you see a gun somewhere laying around, back away and get an adult.
We definitely told him
that's the first thing.
Never touch it because it doesn't have anything to do. Never touch it. Never touch the gun. Go and get mommy, daddy, any adult, which we tell him automatically every fucking time. I always tell him, whenever you feel uncomfortable, go tell an adult. Go tell somebody. Go tell somebody else. And if don't nobody do it, then come tell me. You feel me? Go and tell an adult at any cause, in any case. But, I feel like gun safety is very important.
So yeah, gun safety is everything, and like that's why I said, like, I could go different places and do different training, but for this guy, like, for him to tell me you have a kid, that's what he went around. He asked everybody. He was like, "How's your child? Where's your child? Go, and don't come back until you bring your child with you." And it was everything for me. you know, I haven't personally purchased a gun for my son, but I do want to do that. I want to go to the gun. You say you're gonna take me to the gun to the gun store. What is it? The gun shop. The shit.
The gun show.
The gun show. Yeah. So we got to go to the gun show. I probably could get a cheap little 380 for like 150 or something like that.
But I don't know. I mean, like I said,
don't worry about your wife trying to shoot you. She gonna stab you.
Yeah, that's
bust your head, bust you in the head with a Ciroc bottle.
Don't worry about that.
I don't know. It's just different
we
for
like
me,
it
man.
up
I
close
just
and
see.
personal.
We
want to get on top of you, straddle you.
But
and
these
then
are the
fucking
things.
slit your
These are the
fucking
things
throat.
that was distilled in us from the same fucking Willie Lynch shit.
No, it's not
fair.
I mean, listen to me. It's different because when you come from like a neighborhood where I came from, and you see a lot of violence, a lot of shooting, a lot of killing and stuff. It just affects you in a different kind of way.
It does,
I mean,
but
it
you
affects
also
everybody in a different way.
You also have to realize.
But with me, like I tell you, I've seen guns change because I'm telling you, I've seen guns physically change people.
Yeah.
And you have to have a good will. Your mind got to be strong enough
I
when
agree.
you have a firearm, because
I agree.
a firearm could change. It changes you. You know what I'm saying? I've seen guys that had firearms that's, nice guys, real laid back. But when they got a firearm in the mix, they turn totally different. It's a different situation. They're different. There's no explanation. There's no talking. There's no conversating or nothing. It's just, let's go to the gun and let the gun do the speaking and solve the situation,
The thing is,
but me personally, when it came to firearms, I had a more of a militant mind, whereas I could separate the two.
Right, exactly.
Me and you, like, there's been times where I've been in situations, right? I've been in situations where the situation could have went either way, and the person didn't even know I was holding or strapped or whatever. But I just knew how to diffuse a situation by talking to you and not taking it to the next level.
But when you're in those classes, they teach you that. Like
I've been in those classes too, goddammit, and it depends on the class you with.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I don't care how much class you in, that gun will change you, man.
It's a personal effect.
You think so?
Because I'm telling you.
Because for me,
I'm telling you,
I've
been around dudes, and this is not legit shit.
It's true. It's a lot of hot booty niggas.
There's some niggas out there that have a pistol, and they looking for that drama to pull that pistol out.
But here's the thing, Hefe.
Because they looking to pull that motherfucker out and show you what time it is, goddammit.
That's niggas in general. Niggas be clicked up. Fox at the best. You ain't shit without your homeboys. Niggas don't even have a pistol, but because they riding 5 deep, I'm a fuck you.
No, you know what it is? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I've been around situations where you don't even have the motherfucking pistol. I got the pistol. You understand what I'm saying?
Your homeboy got
but
it.
now I got the pistol. You quick to shoot your mouth off and start some shit because we holding out here in the streets. That's why with me, if I was ever armed and had a firearm, I don't care. You could be fucking Jesus. You would never know that I'm carrying a pistol.
Yeah,
I never would let you know I'm carrying a pistol.
And they're going to forget all about
you.
You
would never know I got it on me.
Behind bars for these niggas.
I would never, you would never know.
My thing is this.
You would never know.
I'm not going to put myself in no situation to brandish and show off knowing that I could go away for life. Because remember, these gun laws really ain't for us. This stand your ground and all that shit, that ain't for our complexion.
Yeah, but you know what? Let me tell you something else. I'm going to just say one thing to you. Yeah, you're right. You don't want to brandish and you don't want to show off your gun, but that's what I try to say. That's what I'm saying to you. This is my point I'm making to you. Yo, I'm telling you, a firearm, I've physically seen it. I've seen it change people. It make you into a different person.
No, that's true.
There were certain people, like if I got into a situation on the street and there was an issue that happened, there's certain people I know I just wouldn't call because I know I'm going to catch a case with this nigga.
Exactly.
Because you wouldn't be the nigga to call because I'm not calling you because I know I might be trying to diffuse a situation and try to talk the shit down and we can solve it. You going to come off and pop a nigga head off for no reason. Now, I'm in a situation, I got the murder case, just like if I shot the nigga.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So I'm telling you, It changes people.
That's the thing. I wanted to, because I just don't feel like this week is warranted for like a hot seat. You know what I'm saying? But and then we kind of like over the time already. But I was saying, because I had a conversation with a guy. He's kind of like a friend. I feel like now. Not that kind of friend.
You said it kind of.
Not that kind of friend. Not that kind of friend.
Always.
No, I'm saying what I was saying is because now I feel like because I don't call everybody a friend. So now I feel like now that we're cool, I kind of know him a little bit. No.
What do you mean? You know him how? How you know him?
No. I'm just saying. No, it's a real friendship. Like it's blossomed. Like I just knew him off with just, hey, how you doing? Blah 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 blah. So now it's a friendship. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he looking at my ass or whatever, but for me, it's, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. See, I didn't
no, but this is what I'm saying.
It's just a friend.
I was gonna say, you
but
know,
you say,
because I don't know what's in his mind.
You know,
baby,
you got acquainted with him. You got acquainted. You know his penis?
No, hell no.
You know
hell
his
fucking
penis?
no. I don't know nothing. I never touched it. I never felt it.
Did you see his penis?
No.
Did he ever have on jogging?
No.
Did you see his penis?
He's a pretty much he's a suit and tie kind of guy.
What that
right?
mean?
Good. That mean he had on some slim fits.
No. He don't wear slim fit. But we never really got into.
Oh my!
I fucking lost my train of thought.
Yeah, because you know what you're thinking about. You think about his cock.
Listen, you know what I would say. I would be like, yeah.
His cock.
No. It wasn't like that.
No,
it wasn't like that. Fuck, y'all made me lose my
train
of thought. Wait. I'm trying to get it back.
A serious conversation.
Oh yeah. I got it. Hold up. Yeah, it is a situation. That's what I'm
don't talk about your guys.
No, listen, y'all turned it that way. But what I was trying to say is, no, y'all did. Because what I was gonna say is, me and him had a conversation. He was saying that men think more rational than women. Women are more emotional. But I had to tell him like, I had to tell him like, listen,
that's not true.
No, the fuck not. Because I had to say, hold up.
Why not?
Yeah.
You not getting emotional now because I said that shit?
No. I'm not emotional. Because guess what? If a nigga was in here, if a nigga emotional, a nigga would try to fight you. See, we sitting here, we gonna hit you with facts.
That's right.
A lot of niggas, they in the club. Listen, because niggas will be in the club. Hold up, exactly. A nigga be in the club, right? A nigga just step on your shoes, not even on purpose. Oh, this nigga step on my shoes. I have to off this nigga.
Emotional.
Period. Emotional.
I
feel like men is way more emotional than females.
Way.
Even listen, hey, I'm not gonna say.
It's only with other niggas though. I'm not gonna disagree.
No, Hefe. Hold on. Look at me. Come on, look at me. Okay. I'm not gonna say no names. I'm not gonna say what it is. Look at me. That person, that person not doing shit emotionally, right?
He's trying to sip his tea.
Excuse me.
Yes! Put that shit down.
Too hot.
Emotional.
That shit was hot.
Niggas do shit emotional. Niggas do shit emotional.
They trying to do to me here?
Exactly. But like I said.
They trying to do to me here?
But exactly.
Let me ask you a question.
But come on. No.
Let me ask you a question.
Look at me again and tell me I'm not lying.
Oh.
What you talking about?
Don't talk that
But you know what I'm saying.
So you trying to tell me
niggas move off of emotions.
But it's all in the individuals.
Bruh, niggas do emotional shit all the time. This nigga killed Nipsey Hussle off of emotion.
Absolutely, I agree. I'm not agreeing.
Bitches ain't going around. Oh, this bitch stepped on my toe with her fucking 6-inch heel. I'm gonna fuck this bitch up.
Could you let me tell you the difference?
Okay.
What's the difference?
Niggas are normally emotional towards the same testosterone, the same nigga. It's like,
I don't have no testosterone.
No.
Well, I saw a clip about that.
I'm trying to explain to you. You understand what I'm saying?
Keep going.
If a nigga's in touch with himself and you say some shit to me as a female, I'm not going to be emotional because I already know females are normally...
It was Nipsey who said
Wait a minute. I already know females move off of... Listen, this is a fact. Listen, Listen, it's not my fault. I'm sorry. Don't hate me.
Hefe,
continue.
Wait a minute. Let me finish.
In the instant that we talking about, I be like, I don't give a fuck. The other person show all the fucking emotion in the fucking world.
Can I finish? I'm just telling you. It's all on. I'm not disagreeing with you because it's all on the individual. Mm-hmm. But listen, these are known facts. Listen, I'm sorry. It's not me. I apologize. Let me just don't direct it to you. I'm going to direct it to the people out here. Females can be somewhat emotional. Mm-hmm. Sometimes females can wear their feelings on their sleeve and they react off of emotion. Now, dudes, I'm not saying dudes are immune to that shit. I'm not saying that.
But niggas do too.
dudes could be very emotional too, depending on, the situation they in. And depending on if they feel like their feelings are being hurt, and they don't feel like they know how to express their feelings, or they express it in a different way. In anger, I'm not disagreeing with you, but you do have to solidify the fact and confirm the fact that you females could be emotional depending on the situation and what you're dealing with.
Let me tell you something.
Listen, if it's a nigga that you dealing with that you emotionally attached with, you're gonna move off of emotion, baby.
We'll just put it all underneath the umbrella of humanity.
Don't shrug your
That's
eyebrows
the
like
only
that.
time.
Like I'm saying some bullshit.
That's the only time we'll probably react emotional. Niggas act emotional.
All I'm trying to confirm.
Men act emotional off of every fucking thing that ever would happen.
That's a lie.
Because what you mean?
That's a lie.
It could be with a nigga in the street. It could be at the job. It could be at home. It could be with that bitch.
That's a lie.
And you know what the problem? See, the thing is with women, we know how to control our emotions.
That's bullshit.
You got what?
That's bullshit.
You guys act off emotion and get violent.
You know how to control your emotions.
Like a hot seat to men.
Okay? You know how. Because there's some females, you say some shit, they're gonna fly off the fucking handle on some bullshit or some light shit.
Yeah.
Don't give me that bullshit.
And
so then how you gonna tell me some
But guess
shit
what?
Like
But guess
how
what?
you gonna fix your mouth? How you gonna fix your mouth and say some shit like that? Women don't move off emotion. That's some bullshit. Y'all emotional creatures. Are you kidding me?
But y'all are too. That's what I'm trying to get to the point.
Listen,
y'all are too.
Y'all more wet than we are.
I'm gonna talk slow because sometimes motherfuckers say, I'm talking too fast. It's not I'm talking too fast. You just listen too fucking slow.
Okay, continue. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go back again. I'm not disagreeing with you that certain niggas are not emotional. It depends if a man's emotions are pinned up, especially when it comes to a female. If I'm, you see, you damn right I'm saying emotion.
Just like how you saying some men, you agree that some men, we agree that some women. That's why I said
no majority
for her
women.
not to
majority. Listen, hey, hold up.
Majority women.
When you hear black on black crime. Explain to me what black on black crime is.
You see women out here shooting each other?
Niggas killing the fuck out of each other over some bullshit. Damn. You don't really hear women killing the fuck out of each other over some emotion shit. Black on black crime is basically niggas killing niggas.
Well, let me tell you something now.
Oh.
So, are you trying to... No.
That's on me.
No. So, okay, let me finish. You said your statement. You said your statement.
Go ahead.
That you said black on black crime. Niggas is killing niggas. You the one said
that we was the majority. Now go back.
I don't see women killing each other like that.
We're not talking about women killing each other. But if you go on the gram and you go on social media, you got a lot of women out here. You got a lot of women out here shitting on y'all. Y'all just shitting on each other. Y'all just talking all type of nasty shit.
No, you have a lot of women uplifting other women.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
I'm not
disagreeing with that.
It's more women uplifting other women in 2019.
You reiterated a statement. You reiterated a statement. All I'm trying to do is add some ad lib to what you're saying.
We as a women,
You got some of you women out here y'all just tearing each other down. Like I just said. You got women out here. You got women out here.
But we ain't killing each other.
Wait a minute.
But we ain't shooting that bitch. We ain't rolling up and shooting her. Huh?
Because you see the differences.
Nipsey Hussle wouldn't have been dead right now if it wasn't for emotion.
If he was a female, he wouldn't have been dead.
You talking
about...
I'm not disagreeing. But you talking about men's time. Listen.
Do it again.
You see this fuck shit? You see this fuck shit?
Yes.
You talking about men's time. You talking about men's testosterone. You see this shit? Good for you.
I hear my watch.
Okay,
good for you anyway.
Oh my God.
For trying to attack me. Good for you. That's good for you.
It's more niggas killing niggas. Go ahead, just get on your knees and obey. Just get on your knees.
Hefe, the fact of the matter is, yes, women do think emotional because you know why? Because we give out 100% into y'all, and y'all be doing some fuck shit.
Emotional creatures.
You know what I'm saying?
However,
I'm not disagreeing. Listen to me.
But killing other bitches.
Y'all niggas get emotional for some stupid shit.
I mean, the most
it could be like, hey,
there's a show
the nigga
on
in the club.
I'm just saying.
There's a show on
I don't
TV.
got my wallet. The nigga in the club doing
TV
this
called Scorn. And you hoes out here doing some dirty shit to niggas now.
The most that she will do is go and sleep with your baby daddy or some shit like that.
See, that's some
but
shit
she ain't finna go. She ain't finna go and kill you.
That's some shit to get your head bust open now. That's some shit to get your head bust open. That's some shit to get you. That's some shit to get you out here to be sleeping with the fishes.
Regardless if she done slept with my baby daddy, that I need to go and get a gun and kill her. She need to be off the face of the earth. There is nothing.
It's more cases with niggas killing niggas versus females killing or bitches killing bitches.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Off of some emotional shit.
For real. Look that shit up.
It's a true statement. I'm not going to disagree with you with that. It's
Y'all
a true statement.
Yes.
But no, you can't sit here. You can't sit here and say you women are not emotional creatures that y'all don't act off of impulse.
No, we do, but we're not irrational.
Nobody.
We're not irrational.
You can't say that shit. You can't say that shit.
We're not killing each other though.
We're not irrational.
I'm not saying you're not killing each other. I'm not saying y'all killing each other. I'm not saying that.
And right now in 2019, there are more women, more positive women,
uplifting
and uplifting each other. Alone, I want to take it back to 2018.
So where you all you Black Lives? So let me ask you a question. Y'all uplifted. So where you all you Black Lives Matters women out here, or the Me Too movement talking about all these men, the black on black crime and all this shit. Where y'all at?
But Me Too. But listen, Me Too is not about black on black crime. You got to say the Black Lives Matter because what Black Lives Matter.
What you talking about? Hell yeah, I'm gonna say the Me Too movement. That bullshit that happened with Joe Biden and that lady talking about, that lady out there talking about, well, I didn't feel threatened by the nigga. I don't feel like he just invaded my space. Y'all women out there should come out and be like, bitch, shit your ass down with that fuck shit.
There are women that's doing that.
Wait a minute. Because you know how many women out there that's really going through shit?
There are women that's doing that.
No. You know how many women out here is going through some real shit? You got some lady out here talking about, he just smelled my hair and give me a kiss. I'm not saying he didn't invade your space, but you know what you dealing with. You dealing with a dude. He just, he trying to, comfort you or do some shit or whatever. Well, so what you trying to say?
What you trying to say?
What you trying to say? What's
so we can't accept the compliment. Yeah, nigga, it's a lot of women who believe that it ain't no show. What is that? Chivalry is dead.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's wrong with us allowing a nigga to kiss our hand and all of that shit or whatever?
But when you take it too far.
Yeah, nigga, that's about it.
So how far? So what you mean? Well, you damn right. How far is too far?
Look, I'm gonna show you an example.
Yeah.
What that mean?
Why you in my space like this?
That's a bit much.
You just had a conversation.
No. You could have said, Queen.
Fuck Queen.
Thank you.
But he like this now. You're invading.
No.
That's the same shit. We gotta get into we gotta get into this week's ass.
No.
I'm comforting you.
We on this week's ass now.
That's the same shit with Ghost and Beyonce.
Exactly.
About what?
Ghost and Beyonce. Right?
Ghost should have got his ass whooped.
Okay, thank you.
Listen.
Ghost should have got his ass whooped.
Why?
Leave my man alone.
The day I love him,
stepped
right?
over my motherfucking shoe, went to my wife and kissed her halfway on the lips.
First of all, I gave you big ups.
Right then and there.
I gave you big ups.
The security should have came and drugged his ass out.
Invading her space. You already shook her
that's
head.
something different. Ghost is trying to talk to her and say some shit. He got over. Sometimes, you know what it is? Beyonce's face was wrong. She moved her mouth face wrong.
Fuck out of here. First of all, she was sitting down. She didn't even ask for that nigga to come over there and talk to her.
That's not emotional. What you trying to get? Look what I said.
Look
what I said. You got so emotional.
I'm laughing because I'm like, yo.
No, don't laugh. You got emotional. You trying to break down the whole house.
He already hugged her. He kissed her.
Yeah. And then when the
next case, he come close to her lips.
Beyonce moved her face. She moved a little bit.
Fuck that.
First of all, okay, fuck you. Fuck you.
That.
And all of that fucking emotional bullshit. Because that's a bunch of bullshit.
Nah, Ghost should have got his ass
get into this.
Hell yeah.
You gonna step over my damn feet. First of all, you gonna step over my feet in front of national TV and go kiss and hug on my wife and almost
you
kiss
already
my
gave
wife
her a hug and you gave it.
I would have.
I'm done.
If I was Jay-Z, while Beyonce, he was doing that, I would have busted him right on his back.
First of all, actors will be actors. And leave my man alone.
You see how his back? You see how Ghost's back? Ghost back was like this and shit.
Bitch, what you doing?
Yo, no. While Ghost back was all like he's hugging her and shit. I would have busted right on the back of his neck.
Exactly. What are you doing?
First of all,
like,
what are you doing, bro?
Listen,
a side hand like
we
this.
know that actors are very thirsty.
Yeah.
Okay. Actors are always thirsty. I.e. Jussie Smollett.
Motherfucker, get out of here. You want me kissing my wife on the lips, bitch.
Always thirsty. Always looking for a new headline, new sideline. Always trying to be in a fucking what's the name. Mm-hmm. And first of all, everybody talking about him kissing Beyonce. Talk about the fucking straight curveball he gave on his wife from the motherfucking.
His wife should have slapped the shit out of him when he came to the chair.
Listen, yo, first of all,
his wife should have slapped the shit out of him.
His wife on Power. Bah! I don't know her name.
Yeah, Natari.
His wife, Natari. Yo, he straight curved that bitch. She was standing right next to Beyonce. If
it was his wife,
he didn't say shit to her.
If I would have did that to you, wait a minute. If you see me do that fuck shit, what you would have did?
First of all, she's his
wife.
Y'all
emotional like a motherfucker.
Wait, she's only his wife.
Was
on
she
the
emotional?
Cast.
Was she emotional?
Oh, you talking about that shit.
Exactly.
What
she was right next. No,
she care about that.
She was next to Beyonce.
So what?
He could have said hello to her.
So what the
fuck?
I'm trying to get with Beyonce. I'm trying to get her. I'm trying to kiss her on her lips.
Bitch, nigga, I work with you every day.
Exactly.
I work with you. We had sex scenes together.
So that's fake.
You.
That's fake. I'm trying to get Beyonce and kiss her on her lips.
That's when you know it was a problem, because if a bitch really into it, you gonna kiss them and be like, "Ooh, that nigga kissed me." Beyonce was totally disgusted. Like,
no, she wasn't disgusted. She was very.
I won't say she was disgusted.
No, she wasn't disgusted.
She was no. Her face was like.
She was no. She was
inflamed.
Beyonce.
No. That wasn't no inflamed. Like, she was like.
Beyonce dealt with that shit. No.
I
Beyonce,
feel like he was like,
you could tell.
Let me get your pussy right
now. Beyonce. No, wait a minute. No.
Let me dig in that pussy.
No. You
dig in that pussy. Dig in that pussy.
You saw how you are? You talking about digging the pussy?
I'm sorry. I think that's what he said to her. I think that's why he was like,
talking about digging that pussy. You talking about Nipsey Hussle? You see how the conversation changed?
Hey.
You saw the conversation change? What I was trying to say was,
when we get off course, don't put that man name in this shit. Don't say Nipsey Hussle when we get off course.
No, wait.
I ain't gonna take no more.
I'm gonna show you some. I'm gonna take my goddamn shoe off and show you about some goddamn I'm gonna show you anime. I'm gonna show you anime. I'm gonna show your ass anime. I'm gonna take my damn shoe off and bust your ass in the head. I'm gonna show your ass anime. What I'm trying to say is, you could just tell Beyonce is nothing but class. Because the way she handled it.
And her motherfucking husband is nothing but class.
No, he should have fucking reached his hand over. He should have reached his hand over.
He was class too.
Because Jay was standing wrong, so Jay was like this.
He wasn't standing wrong. He saw all of that shit. He saw all of it.
No, he did. But what I'm saying is, when he seen it, because the nigga Ghost, Gus, what's his name? Ghost, whatever the fuck his name is.
Right.
He was standing this way. Jay was supposed, because Jay couldn't get him this way, so Jay should have been like, motherfucker, get the fuck.
But the whole thing, if he would have did that, it would have, it would have been like, oh, Jay-Z,
jealous.
It would have been like,
that's all right. You seen what the fuck he did? He done try to kiss on.
No, he would have been a bad guy.
Yeah, he would have been a bad guy.
He would have been a bad guy. This man is loved just as much as he is.
Them two.
This man got followers just as well as I do.
All I'm saying is, them two couples right there, they full of class. They handle it with grace. They handled it with grace. Jay did it like a grown man.
Right.
That's grown man shit.
That's
and
right.
you just was saying, you see, that's perfect example. That's a perfect
That's
example.
just one nigga.
Got your ass now.
Okay.
That's
Don't
one
say
nigga.
a motherfucking thing. One nigga.
No, one nigga.
No. You see one nigga? Jay handled that shit. You see? You talk about how emotional niggas can get, right? Look how Jay, he handled that shit with grace.
He's
and
a
class.
better nigga than you.
He didn't try to embarrass Ghost. He let Ghost do his thing.
You would have popped off on his ass.
No,
so he's a better nigga than you.
No,
you just almost put a hole in the wall.
Punch his
You almost put a hole in the wall.
No.
You almost put a hole in the wall. I heard the thumb.
No, I'm
You
being
did.
funny.
You put a crack in the wall.
I was just trying to.
I was just trying to be funny for the moment.
I was just trying to.
It's a crack in our wall right now.
I was just trying to light.
Super emotional. He just broke down the wall. He's so emotional right now.
I'm gonna show you.
He put a crack in the wall. I'm
gonna show you emotional.
Ike.
I done told you when you come out the house. I
we'll be rolling.
Yeah, I'll be rolling up and down your ass on my shoe.
I will roll your ass down those stairs. Yeah, well.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll your ass to the river. Your ass is never coming back.
Hold up. But to bring it back though, for real, listen. All the jokes that we just gave. Come on, Hefe. You gotta understand that
what?
Niggas is more emotional than females, bruh. The only time you can say the only time you can say a female get really emotional was when a nigga play games with her mind. That's it.
Which y'all
that's it.
Not going to agree with that statement.
That's it.
Any of you brothers out here that gonna agree with that statement, please make sure y'all brothers out here.
Oh my god.
You know, these two ladies over here, I'm telling you, they try to flip the script. They trying to flip the script on a nigga right now, but it's okay. If anybody out here disagree with what I'm saying, that they feel that guys are more emotional than dudes, I don't agree with that statement.
Guys are more emotional than dudes.
Guys are more emotional than dudes.
I don't agree with that statement.
Guys are more emotional than women.
I'm not just saying it from my point of view. I don't believe that women are way more emotional. They sometimes wear they feeling on the sleeve, and sometimes they just can't handle themselves.
Niggas do too.
Especially when a female's heart is involved and their emotions are involved.
That's the only time I can agree.
Oh, that's the only time.
But niggas ain't
the whole point, hoes and tricks. The only time, listen, y'all niggas get emotional for every fucking other else thing. The only time that y'all catch a female emotional is about a nigga.
That's it.
Otherwise, a nigga can step on your shoes. A nigga could be in the club throwing more money than you. A nigga could buy 2 bottles.
A nigga could be approaching your female.
A nigga look better than you.
Yep.
A nigga say, hey, you look beautiful today.
Yep.
Knowing damn well that's the reason why you took the female, because she looked good.
Exactly.
Y'all got a fucking problem with every motherfucking thing.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
You niggas are emotional.
Right, just submit. That's the problem. Y'all niggas don't know how to submit. Y'all need to just submit. Okay?
Moral of the story: if the nigga wasn't emotional, Nipsey Hussle would have been alive right now. If he would have took his little black ugly ass home,
that situation is more of just
Nipsey Hussle would have been alive.
That situation is more of just the testosterone between guys and things like that.
Oh my fucking god, that's emotion.
Okay.
There was no fucking testosterone. He was emotion. He was emotional because the niggas called him out on what he was.
Go ahead and tell
the nigga ain't even really disrespect him. The nigga was like, hey, yo, you know what I'm saying? I understand, but I got real niggas right here with me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Bring your paperwork. If your paperwork say what it say, my nigga, we good. Pounds him up and say, all right, we good.
From one
That's
real
all he
nigga
said.
to a fake nigga.
That's all he said.
Respect that shit. But he couldn't. Why? Because he was an emotional ass nigga.
What Carl Thomas say? I'm so emotional.
Hey, it's songs about this shit, okay? You emotional ass niggas. Anyway, we're going to be right back with this week's Sass.
Yeah. All right. You know what I'm saying?
It's
again,
motherfucking Sass.
Yeah, hot week. I said hot week.
I know, hot week. No,
this week's Sass. You know what I'm saying?
Sass, baby.
We closed. We full. Nobody else can come in here. We closed. We can't take nobody else no more. We full.
This nigga Donald Trump, man. This nigga is crazy.
Your boy Donald Trump.
That man is a nutcase, man.
That's what we talk about.
Hot case.
The delusion is over.
Listen, I just want everybody to know that y'all definitely have to get out there and vote, because please don't let this man get another 4 years. Like, I'm begging.
It's possible though. We have to be able to understand that that's impossible. It's possible.
Miss Love, I'm sorry.
I'm begging.
Miss Love, I apologize. I'm sorry.
I'm begging.
You know, I'm a Democrat to the core. Whoever's going to be the nominee, I'm going to vote Democrat.
But as of right now,
I'm not calling ourselves the Democrats. We the Dummycrats.
That's okay.
Dummy. You hear it? Dummycrats.
Don't do that. As of right now, the Democrats have him in a lawsuit. They're going against his taxes.
That.
Yeah, that lawsuit shit don't matter. They've been trying to get this man taxes before he was president.
We want to know, but now they have made all of the small people steps, all of the little things that they could do that they presented in the beginning to try and get his taxes. Now all of the paperwork has been pushed through. Okay, and now he's in court, and now we want to know what's going on with his taxes, because we just, as a people, want to make sure that the government or the president isn't pushing through things that he's not supposed to. i.e. government shutdowns, you know what I mean, all these political shits that he's going through, all these temper tantrums that he's taking or whatever amongst the people, because it's the people that are working, women and children, you know, women trying to work for their kids, husbands, fathers, and then you just gonna shut it down for some damn wall. Now, we want to make sure as a people that he's not going above and beyond his, you know what I mean, his stature. That's all. Yeah. And I want to make sure that you guys please don't vote for him again for another 4 years. Please and thank you.
Man,
These
people
and thank you.
Let me tell you something.
Donald Trump could slap his dick on their forehead and say, "Bitch,
man.
fuck you," and they'll still vote for him.
Can I say something? Let me
Sure.
say something. I'm sorry to bust everybody's bubble. Donald Trump won't get reelected.
I hope he doesn't, because the way that he talked down on that fucking waitress.
Donald Trump.
There's a lot of waitresses, female waitresses, who make a living. College students, fuck that femalism, all that. You know what I mean? Fuck all that. There's a lot of females and a lot of males out there, and they get hired in college to be bus boys, to be bussers, to wash off tables, clean dishes, to make their way through college to be better people. And he basically shitted on this woman. Don't know her name, but he basically shitted on her, saying, "Oh, this this bartender or whatever had to say so, or whatever." Everybody's so scared. These are professionals. They have gray hair. They've been in their position for years.
That man is a fucking nutcase.
Fuck you, okay? Basically, that's what he's saying. Fuck you. It's not true.
Donald Trump.
That man said we full. So all you people who have this Dreamer Act or think that you're going to come in this country, he's saying basically we full. Borders closed.
Make America great again.
Listen, remember, if he gets rid
Donald
of
Trump will be
the
reelected.
minority, African American, Mexican, Hispanic, if he gets rid of y'all, like I say time and time again, who's gonna do the work? If he sends you, African Americans, Latinos, Latinas, whatever, Haiti, Haitian, back to their homes, Haiti, Mexico, Puerto Rico, whatever, Puerto whatever the fuck you from, Africa, who is gonna do the work here in America? Fight for yourselves, please. I don't want to preach it to you, but I need to preach it to you.
You're right.
Yo, all that shit sounds beautiful. All that shit sounds real great and real
Don't vote
beautiful.
for him.
Donald
you ain't
Trump.
gotta be Democratic. Do not vote for this man.
Donald Trump.
At all.
Listen to
They
me.
already seen the havoc that this man could cause, and
Donald
they still
Trump,
with this man.
Donald Trump will be reelected in 2020.
This man is gonna send your baby that you carrying right now in your motherfucking tummy. Okay? He gonna send that baby out the war.
Let me tell you why Donald Trump is gonna be reelected. Let me tell you why he's gonna be reelected. A nigga told me a long time ago, straight up. Look to the nigga to the left of you, then look to the nigga to the right of you. If you not willing to do what that man next to you ain't willing to do, it's over. And we already know for a fact Donald Trump is willing to do whatever it takes. And if you're not willing to do what he ain't ready to do, it's a wrap for you. And let me tell you something. Right now, Donald Trump is like drunk with power. And the thing about it is, he's drunk with power. And right now, he's fighting for his life because he already know the presidency is his protection. Okay? It's his protection. He got another 4 years. And let me tell you, and listen to me. Let me tell you something.
He loves it.
When Donald Trump gets reelected for the next 4 years, it's going to be boats, ships at every port. He's going to tell you straight up and down, you niggas and you Latinos and you not fucking white, get your ass on the boat by sundown or else. That's what's going to happen. So I'm telling you straight up and down, we keep playing around and allowing this fuck shit to keep happening. We keep going back and forth fighting with Joe Biden and all this bullshit. He's going to get reelected. We doing Donald Trump's job for him because they want confusion. You know, the thing about it with the Republican Party, The thing about with the Republican Party, it don't matter who's president. They shit go on autopilot. Yeah. When it's time for them to be for them to vote, they just be like, who's the fucking man, and they gonna vote for him. They don't give a fuck. Exactly. You understand? So at the end of the day, we need to get focused, man.
Exactly. That's fucked up how you
focus. And not only that, I'm telling you, it's just like a boxer. You got to get lean and mean. You got to cut the fat. Me personally, people not going to agree with me. Joe Biden, that silver-headed bastard, need to sit down. He need to go find himself a protege and train that person. He was in the race already. He was vice president. He tried to run for president. He lost. He need to sit his ass down. All that bullshit with the ladies, and he got to apologize. And this, he already making jokes about the dumb shit. You understand what I'm saying? You already know that he going to say some bullshit. And he's a good guy. He's a good, great guy.
You don't think that he fighting it just like how your president fighting it right now?
Bullshit. The nigga, listen to me. The nigga done already, listen to me. He done said he apologized for the shit, turn around, and he already joking about the shit.
Yeah, because he doing the same thing.
Man, listen.
That the president is doing.
His silver-headed ass need to sit his ass down. He need to find himself like a Buttigieg, Mayor Buttigieg. He need to find him. And what he needs to do is maybe, groom him and show him. We need fresh blood, man. We don't need all these old. I'm not trying to say he's old, but at the end of the day, listen, he is. But at the end of the day, he needs to just go and he tried. He was already vice president for 8 years. He tried to go for president. He didn't win. Sit down, man. Just chill. Yeah. Sit down. Yeah. Same thing. Let me tell you something. I'm telling you. No, and let me tell you something.
But I love him.
Let me tell you something. It's the same thing with Bernie Sanders. I apologize to all you Bernie bros out there. Too much confusion.
Bernie bros.
If Bernie Sanders, let me tell you something. If Bernie Sanders slip and bump his head and don't get that nomination to become president, then Bernie Bros is gonna sabotage the goddamn Democratic Party. I'm telling you.
But here's the thing: there's so many Democrats running. Like, man, they can't sabotage everybody.
Blood. We don't know. I don't know who I'm gonna vote for, but I'm telling you, Bernie Sanders is gonna create too much confusion in the party, and if he don't win the nomination, those jokers are not gonna be satisfied, and they're gonna sabotage the situation, just like when Hillary. He slow walked his ass up there. You could just tell he didn't give a fuck. He didn't care. He's like, motherfucker, I gotta endorse this bitch. I mean, goddamn.
She played him too, though.
I don't give a fuck whether he played him or not. He tried. He tried to win the last time. He went for the nomination. He didn't win. He should sit down. To be honest with you, he should turn around to Nina Turner. Nina Turner is from Detroit. He should say, Nina, I believe you could really hold a fucking party.
Let me give you. Down.
She believe in him. She believe all his policies. She believe in a nigga. Give that shit to Nina Turner. Let Nina Turner run the fucking torch to the shit. Let us ask. 2 weeks ago, Bernie came up on stage with a big motherfucker, big patch on his head, like he looked like he slipped and bumped his head somewhere. Man, sit your ass down somewhere.
Sit your old ass down.
Yo, I'm sorry.
Damn, Bernie.
A lot of people are not going to agree, but I'm telling you, he did a lot. I appreciate what he did. Everybody's preaching what he's saying. Free health care, free college, free every motherfucking thing. Everything free. Everything. Good. All that shit he's saying was free. Man, listen, man. I believe that it should be some fresh blood in there, and we should just start fresh. We gotta cut the fat, lean and mean.
But he talking about like free healthcare. If Canada could do it, like London, like Europe could do it.
Free healthcare.
Everybody doing it though. Why we can't do it?
Listen. All I'm saying is that we gotta cut the fat. We gotta be lean and mean and ready to go come primary time to go against fucking Donald Trump.
Yeah. We gotta have somebody solid. We can't. It can't be no half in, half out.
All this confusion about Joe Biden and all this bullshit. We need to cut that shit out. If Joe Biden could do the biggest motherfucking
I wasn't
favor,
really like
Joe Biden could do the biggest favor. Come out and say he's starting a new fucking foundation for Bo or whatever the fuck his son. He need to do that. I'm telling you, man, because we gotta be lean and mean. To go up against motherfucking Donald Trump because the fix is in. Them dudes are in power. And he's fighting for his life and he's willing to do whatever. And if you're not ready to do that, man, we in trouble.
Yeah.
There's an actual clip that we have on Raising Kings podcast that says we could save ourselves overnight, which is true because they've been brainwashing us to make us believe that we are the minorities. We are the majorities.
Majority. Exactly.
Do you know how many mixed people there are, you know what I mean, who identify on their job applications or on their census as black or as in African Americans? We are the majority.
Right.
But
it's been like that forever. They try to make it seem like we're the minority.
Together under one mind, under one people, under, you know what I mean, ourselves, togetherness. That's what we need. That's all we need.
Yo, what we need is for them two silver-headed bastards to sit their ass down. Joe Biden and motherfucking Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders need to sit their ass down. That's what I'm saying. I apologize.
To the Raising Kings podcast page on IG.
Let me tell you something. They need to sit their ass down. Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders need to pass the torch on to fucking Nina Turner. Let her run that joint for Bernie Sanders. And Joe Biden need to find some other protege to run his shit because he tried already. He was vice president for 8 years, man. Sit down. Now you coming out here. Of course they don't already said you ain't no threat, and now you out here joking around with these ladies talking about, oh man, just sit your ass down. We need to be lean and mean. We need to cut the fat. And be lean and mean, ready to go in and go to war with this joker. Because I'm telling you, Donald Trump is willing to do what the next niggas ain't willing to do. He's gonna say whatever he got to say, do whatever he got to do to win. I mean, what president you gonna see? They're gonna come and say, I mean, you talking about the almighty United States of America. He gonna come out here and tell people we full. We can't take nobody else. We full. You ain't got nothing coming. Don't try to come over here. Don't try to move over here.
Ourselves. We gotta stand
sit your ass down. We full.
We full. Yo, we
closing the borders down. We gonna close the borders down. We full. What kind of fuck shit is that? What kind of shit he talking about?
Cause who gonna do the work? Fuck that man.
We full. I mean, yo, listen to me. Like I said, that man is winning. He's ready to do what you ain't ready to do.
What would Nipsey Hussle say? Fuck Donald Trump.
Man,
fuck Donald Trump.
You could say fuck Donald Trump.
But now it's
he gonna be the president again.
Yeah. But what else I wanted to touch base is what about them fucking biker niggas that caused all that fucking mass commotion, shooting, killing, and they fucking dropped the motherfucking charges on their motherfucking asses.
You talking about them niggas 3 years ago who killed all of that good big gunfight? What was it?
They drop
what was it?
The motherfucking charges.
What, that shit happened in Arizona?
I can't remember exactly what state it was.
Well,
they dropped the motherfucking charges. A white boy biker gang, and they dropped them charges.
It's not a surprise when you got the complexion for the protection out here.
Right.
Like motherfuckers died, and they basically was like, "Oh, it's not enough evidence. We did that shit."
When you got the complexion for the protection, this what happened. Let it be a nigga. Let it be a nigga.
That's some bullshit. Motherfuckers died.
Let it be a nigga.
It was a big gang brawl.
Immediately. Ain't no fucking trial, nigga. Jail. Shut your mouth up. Sit down.
That's
ain't no
negative.
jail for you.
Let's do something positive. So what was positive that happened?
Well, I still want to touch base
was
on
positive. This shit that happened with Nipsey Hussle.
This shit, all this shit was fucking
everything
bullshit.
Fucking
This shit was real negative.
Look at that fuck shit. Look at that fuck shit that happened to that young lady.
Yes, that's what I was gonna go into next.
With that racist motherfucker.
He first of all he brandished the pistol at her.
Big bearded white boys, them big bearded white boys.
Oh, but he cut his beard.
I don't give a fuck.
Of course, because he's trying to hide his identity.
You need to watch out for.
And got his ass beat first day in prison. I wish I had the fucking clip for y'all, but for those of you out there who seen the fucking clip,
you already know. You already
he
know.
Went in there and he got his ass fucking beat.
And you know what?
Okay, he got his ass beat.
You know
by
what?
2 other crackers.
It
wasn't no niggas involved. It was 2 other crackers that beat his ass. Okay. He was in there trying to get checked out or whatever, or his venereals or whatever. Get the fucking finger, thumb, or whatever up the ass and shit. Make sure he ain't had nothing up there. But while he was waiting, the other white man had said something to him or whatever, and then he responded like whatever. It was no audio, of course, because it's in the actual jail cell.
All you seen was his ass getting whooped.
All you seen was his ass getting whipped and beating on the window like, help me. Help.
Listen to me.
I need help.
Listen to me.
And they drug his ass in that bitch to try and help that motherfucker.
Those motherfuckers who's holding that camera who ain't try to aid in the bed and try to help this young lady get fucking knocked out and hit by this man.
Because
and on top
as a worker of a correctional facility, I wouldn't help the motherfucker.
And on top of that, they try to charge this young lady with felony charges.
It's like
worse
crimes than what this little bitch ass cracker got.
Unbelievable.
You know what I'm saying?
Because she, you know what I mean, took it upon herself to break out his windows, whatever, of his car after he had punched her in her face several times.
I mean,
knocked her phone
serious
out her
too,
hand,
like
so she couldn't
uppercuts.
even call for help. So yeah, I believe justice was served just a little bit, but not so much.
Justice wasn't served because his ass ain't been convicted yet.
Yeah, he ain't been convicted. He out on bail. Like his bail was like crumbs.
You want to know why? Because certain people believe that he didn't do anything wrong. He was just defending himself.
Defending himself how? Because she parked in a
upstanding bartender in the neighborhood. I go there to see him all the time.
At the end of the day,
such a good guy.
At the end of the
white fellow.
At the end of the day, you talking about
his shoes
at the
every
end
morning.
of the day. At the end of the day, you talking about the complexion for the protection.
A lovely day in the neighborhood. Just a lovely day in the neighborhood. A lovely day in the neighborhood.
Would
Skip
you?
your feet.
Would you be mine?
I also want to
Would
talk about.
Would you be mine?
Man, it's crazy.
Bullshit.com.
I also want to talk about like that first Muslim judge that got found in the Hudson River.
What was that? I missed that.
Yeah, she was the first African American, and she was also Muslim. She was the first judge on the New York.
But this didn't happen recently. This happened a couple years ago.
No, this was recently.
What was it?
This was within the month.
Oh snap!
Yeah, they found her body floating in the Hudson River.
Oh my god!
In the Hudson
exactly.
River.
And she was just like
Check
put
out
in.
ABC News.
Yeah, she was the top. Yeah, she was the top
Check out
judge.
your ABC
Yeah,
News.
it's
Damn, I didn't
crazy.
hear about that. I
So
gotta
they
look that up.
they
I missed
wiping
that.
us out, y'all.
I missed that.
They definitely wiping us out.
And as far as in all of the people who stood out, all of the protesters, there's like 6 of them that have been killed in the last month. Protesters in northern countries. Don't ask me which ones, but in northern countries who have been, protesters or whatever, been against, gun violence or whatever, and just black on black crime in general, have been like gunned down or just like taken out because they've been speaking out.
You mean the what's the Mike Brown, the Ferguson people?
Yes.
Most of the people that were protesting the Ferguson crime, they're all dead.
Have been killed.
How the fuck you
Six
figure that?
black
It
men.
is. It's proven that there are
6
not
black
just men. It's women too.
They were found dead like suspiciously or
yeah,
some
it just.
bullshit?
But you know that the cops are just
Some
saying it just they
bullshit.
don't have no reasoning. But a lot of them
Word.
they've been hanging. They've
Yeah.
been found hanging. They've been just found dead, like shot in
Yeah.
their head. They're saying it's suicide and things
Yeah.
like that. So
Word?
it's a lot of fuck shit that's happening, man.
Man, listen, man. It's really depressing for me. All this shit. It's terrible that we don't have nothing. I mean, of course, everything we try to talk about is inspirational. I mean, it just brings the mood down just because of what happened with Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? And again, like I'm just trying to reiterate the fact that, it affected me in that way because I could just remember back in my upbringing with different people that got, they got their life ended in a wrongful way. And they were really trying to help the neighborhood, and basically what I was trying to say,
i.e. Nipsey Hussle, R.I.P. baby.
Yeah, man. I mean, I like I said, I've said it on social media too. Like, I mean, his R.I.P. is well deserved, but I truly believe that we need to give people their flowers while they're here, and celebrate them while they're here.
Definitely.
Let's don't wait till the last minute. Now he got all his record sales going up and all the money coming to him. But at the end of the day, he has a family. That's a family. He was a family man. He has a child. He got kids. They're gonna be fatherless, man.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, you got so many people out here that's not gonna recover. It's gonna be hard for them to recover.
Basically, the people in the neighborhood, right there in his neighborhood, how is that neighborhood gonna cope? Like,
that's what I'm saying,
they
man.
gonna be,
And you wonder. You
what
think
about that black man that was in in the complex or whatever, cleaning up, sweeping up or whatever.
Yeah, that was somebody.
He went and took the man to get a haircut, get a fresh cut, make him feel good. He was like, "How you feel about yourself right now?" He's like, "Man, I feel good."
That was a man. Nipsey basically gave him that job, and Nipsey took care of him.
You know what I'm saying? I
can imagine how he hurting.
Like I said, we're not just talking about just Nipsey Hussle. We're not just talking about Nipsey Hussle, which he was a big impact on the community. But what my thing is about that is the community. You know what I'm saying? How is the community going to recover? Mm-hmm. The amount of people that's going to be radicalized on the fact that his life was just end shortly for no reason.
R.I.P. Sandra Bland, man, bro. Like R.I.P. all the people who died for the cause. Mm-hmm. Like
not just for the cause, but for no reason. Their life was
out of my head,
for
bro.
No reason.
You know what I mean?
No reason.
The little boy, whose family is still struggling and still every year trying to like push barriers with the hoodie, the Skittles, that fucking Trayvon Martin shit. And it's like, it's big because it's all over the internet. They're like,
and that's
something. Y'all let Zimmerman
T.I. said y'all let Zimmerman live, but y'all niggas killing each other.
Nip. Exactly. The fuck?
Yeah, y'all
Where was you? Crazy. What was you heroic ass niggas trying to get niggas off the street who were injustice when fucking this fucking white cracker killed fucking this little fucking boy?
Exactly. Man, like y'all need to go back
and they like, fucking craved up a whole boulder, bitch, off the side, like a whole cinder block. And brought that bitch in as a defense. As if this nigga was a...
Like he dug up the concrete block and said... He took the concrete and bashed it across his head.
That fucking is like a superhero. The black superhero shit that's out there of a black man, bro. I cannot think about this shit.
It just... Black Panther?
No, ain't no fucking Black Panther shit. It's just one man or whatever. He in the city or whatever. And he helping the city out or whatever. Fuck, I can't think about this man. But anyway.
It just shows like
it's so sad.
They have black people like held in a barbaric like type of like standard. Like look at us like
little boy, because like he filled up this whole fucking cinder block and like really like bashed Zimmerman in his fucking head.
Exactly. They basically said, that's what I was saying. They basically used,
That did not happen, but y'all bought that shit to trial.
Yeah, that was his defense.
Fuck you bought that shit to trial. You had to get a whole crane to get that shit out the fucking floor, bitch. Off the fucking ground, bitch, out of the dirt, bitch. Well, you had to get a whole crane.
And the crazy thing is that they said that Trayvon Martin screaming for his life was George Zimmerman. Like sometimes like the immoralness of these lawyers are fucking horrible. Same thing like this little bitch ass Uncle Tom ass nigga and I don't even want to say Uncle Tom because if you research the whole story with the Uncle Tom, like Uncle Tom really wasn't an Uncle Tom.
He wasn't really. He was a good.
He was a good nigga.
He was a good dude.
But in order to throw shade on him, they made him seem like he was a sellout. Exactly. Uncle Tom wasn't really the Uncle Tom. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, you giving Chris Darden like you put him in
praise. Exactly.
That's why I didn't say. That's why they call him Uncle Tom.
Exactly.
I called him a shoe shuffling nigga.
Exactly.
He's a toe tapping, shoe shuffling nigga. That's all he is. That's all he is, really. You understand? You need to go sit his ass down somewhere. You ain't seen that nigga forever.
Exactly.
You understand?
Now he want to pop up. And say,
a lot of people. A lot of people say, "Oh, OJ didn't do it." I don't believe he did it either. Because the reason why I believe OJ didn't do it, he went to court. He had a case. He tried the case and he beat the motherfucking case.
Hey, don't do that.
Hey,
why not?
We talking about George Zimmerman.
All right,
George Zimmerman went to trial, beat that shit.
All right,
and we know he did it, so we can't say that.
All right,
we cannot say that.
You want to jump on me?
But we can't say because they go to.
Don't mix apples and oranges. George is a fuck nigga.
But we
you know exactly what the fuck George Zimmerman. You know George Zimmerman is a fuck nigga, but we know damn good and well we had Mark Furman. We had Mark Furman who was a clear and present danger.
Whatever year that was, everybody thought that this man was a fuck nigga too.
Mark Furman was a clear and present danger.
And what's the name?
Let's don't mix apples and oranges.
Hefe, we know that leather shrinks. Just because the glove didn't fit don't mean you're quick. Fuck that shit.
Listen
that man when he
OJ Simpson was emotional. No, I'm just playing. I'm not gonna go into that. No, please don't come at me with this shit.
Listen, OJ went and hit his hand
He was emotional.
OJ went to trial and he beat the motherfucking case. Yeah, but the fact of the matter is, we got George Zimmerman. You know the difference is, let me tell you why we can't mix apples and oranges with George Zimmerman. Let's don't put them two together. Let's don't that's no comparison. Because we got George Zimmerman on tape. The fucking operator, 911 operator told George Zimmerman, listen, motherfucker, don't get involved. You are not the police. Let the police come in and get in. Just on that alone.
They had evidence
telling him to do not get involved. You are not police.
I'm not gonna fucking defend O.J. Simpson because O.J. Simpson was not for us.
I didn't say
that nigga had to stick up his ass for them people too. So fuck O.J.
Let me tell you something. You know who I compare O.J. to? Jesse Smollett. If Jesse Smollett ain't smart, he better pay that $120,000 or whatever the fuck he gotta pay and get the fuck out of Dodge. He done did what he did. Listen to me. Jesse Smollett done did what he did. Whatever the fuck he did, he got away with it. Okay? They didn't drop the charges on him. They didn't make him allocute in court saying that he was guilty of the charges or whatever. He forfeited his little $10,000. Give them motherfuckers their money, their $120,000, and get your ass out of Chicago.
Take your little pussy ass on and don't say nothing else.
Let me tell you what's gonna happen to him. He's going to be the new generation of OJ because them crackers are not going to let him get away with that fuck shit. Because you got that pussy nigga, you got that fuck nigga Donald Trump in the White House. You got all this money to get. The only thing he could talk about is Jesse Smollett.
Yeah. But Jesse put that on himself, man.
Listen to me.
He mentioned the MAGA shit.
Listen to me. Jesse Smollett did what he had to do, and he got out the shit. He got from up under that rock.
Exactly.
Yeah, he did.
Give them niggas that little $120,000. It's gonna be money well spent. Give it to him and get out of there. Don't try to fucking argue the fact that you ain't guilty. You didn't do it, man. Just get out of there.
We running out of time. Fuck him. We want to give praises to Nipsey. You was a king, my nigga. I appreciate everything that you was doing. I love everything that you was trying to push for our community. Especially if you listen to his music, listen to In Between the Lines, man. This shit hurt me like a motherfucker because I'm a fan of the music. I'm a fan of the man. The man had kids. The man had a family. The man was the nigga. I mean, the man was the man for his family. You know what I'm saying? And I want to, give my condolences to the family. This shit hurt, man. This shit hurt.
Because of you, I really looked into the doctor's
the Sebi shit, yeah.
Dr. Sebi, I really understand that there is now Sebians or whatever.
Dr. Sebi.
And no, there are Sebians.
Sebians, people who are
Sebians who follow his legacy.
Right.
They're called Sebians. And so now I'm incorporating. I've always been a fruit eater, but now I'm eating more and more fruit. And so I really
fruits and vegetables because they say, fruits still harbor sugar and stuff like that. So he was saying the vegetables, like when you get down into the vegetables, each vegetable do certain things for your body, and that's good. And that's natural and herbal. You know what I'm saying? So
what I could say with the Nipsey Hussle
Thank
stuff,
you for the legacy.
It's such a tragic. What I could say about the Nipsey Hussle situation is that what we have to use this, we got to use this as a learning. It's unfortunate, but as a people and as advocates of our community and leaders of our community, we got to use this as a learning lesson. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
The community, you know what I'm saying, is one thing, but once we become a commodity, we need to be bigger than the community and understand that we're bigger than the community, because if we're not there to contribute to the community and we get pulled away from it, it's a problem, man.
Yeah, man.
We gotta understand.
This one hurt like
fuck niggas. How about that?
Yo, we gotta understand our surroundings.
Let's raise less
what we
fuck
trying
niggas.
to contribute.
Raise less fuck niggas. You feel me? If a nigga calling you out on your shit, understand that shit. Go home and reevaluate your shit.
If you want some fuck shit, stay away from real niggas.
As a man, bro,
you should have stayed on that side.
Reevaluate your shit. You a fuck nigga.
Yo,
and a real nigga called you out. So reevaluate your shit because you's a pussy ass nigga. Reevaluate that shit and come back, bruh. Come back, bruh, because you's a pussy ass nigga. You don't need to take no fucking lives. You's a pussy. You's a pussy.
Listen, man. At the end of the day,
because I don't want no pussy ass niggas taking away my son's life because I'm raising a real ass nigga.
Listen.
And if you don't like what he dishing out, nigga, fuck you. Straight up and down.
We gotta stop killing each other, man.
Because my son is gonna definitely put my son is gonna put niggas in their place. Only niggas around him is gonna be real niggas. Straight up and down. And if you don't like it, fuck you. Straight up and down.
We gotta stop killing each other, man. Life is precious. You only get one. When you die, you don't respawn. And we got to realize that shit. You know what I'm saying? Stop thinking irrational. Stop thinking with emotions. You know what I'm saying? Go sit down, calm down, breathe, and then reevaluate yourself when you done calm down.
Did this nigga really just tell me the truth? Like, do I really need to, like, really reevaluate my steps? Do I really need to, like, you know what I mean? Really look into myself? Like, you know what I mean? Like, really look into yourself and really see if that's the type of person that you need to be. Is your route that you're taking negative or positive? Is it worth something or not?
Yeah.
You feel me? And why take away a good nigga because he just trying to straighten you out? He just doing what your mama and your papa should have did, nigga. He just trying to raise you, fuck nigga.
And my thing is this, he didn't even do it in a malice way. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, yo, man, you on that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you good, come back with your paperwork and we all good, cuz.
But you's a fuck nigga who was brought up and raised up with no morals, no type of nothing.
That shit just hurt, you know what I'm saying?
You feel me? And you took away a good nigga from the hood, from the city who was trying to do something, trying to upbuild your own people. Look in the mirror, nigga. You black, nigga. You just killed a black, another black, nigga.
He killed himself. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck is wrong with you?
I can't say he killed himself.
You might as well should have put a trigger to your own self.
He could have never been the man who Nipsey was. You know what I'm saying? That's why he killed him the way in cold blood like that. You know what I'm saying? But condolences to his family. This is a big loss to us as mankind.
Society.
You know what I'm saying? And I hope we do better. I hope that, you know, we learn to appreciate life more. I hope we learn to appreciate each other more. I hope we uplift each other more as kings and queens. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like I always see that shit when the king or queen crown is tilted to the side. Straighten that shit out. There's nothing wrong with that. We all need each other to uplift each other.
With your head down.
We all need each other to uplift each other. And keep each other lifted and pray for each other and love one another and just keep on the fight because damn, my nigga, we got everything against each other. We against each other. White people against us. Latino people against us. Every motherfucking people against us.
We need to be all for one. We need to be with each other.
We need each other, and this is very depressing for me. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very depressing.
This whole week.
I don't know when I'm gonna get over this shit. It's just hard. It's hard to, you know, realize that, you know what I'm saying, somebody so good deserved or got, you know, that shit from the universe. I just can't understand that shit. And I'm never gonna understand that shit. That shit just some fucked up shit. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? Of course he slapped a few niggas here and there, but that nigga was hella disrespectful. He deserved a slap.
Up.
He lucky all he did was get a slap.
Rise up.
It's that man ain't deserve that shit.
I want some black kings to rise up. I want some black kings to rise up. I want black kings to rise up. I'm raising a black king, and I want him to rise up. Do I want him to go down like Nipsey? No, because I'm going to be right there. I'm going to take that bullet for my boy. Trust.
I also want to say this because there's no way that young lady that was in the car with him ain't have something to do with this shit. Because a lot of times, it be some bitch ass bitches.
Ain't no way how his business partner left for 2 fucking seconds. And he shot up Nip 6 times.
But what I'm saying,
fuck you.
What I was saying is these women sometimes, you know what I'm saying, provoke some shit too. Because it could have been like he went in the car was like, oh, this nigga just told me I'm a snitch and show my paperwork. What? You let that nigga talk to you like that?
Exactly.
It could have been that situation too.
Dumb shit.
So I just feel like we got to do better. We got to do better as
and she turned herself in off of self-conscious.
All I can say is
straight up and down. Self-conscious.
All I can
just
say
like
is
he
better,
did.
Man. Let's just do better.
Just like he did. Fuck nigga.
All I can say is salute.
Yeah, salute to Nipsey, man.
R.I.P. Nip.
That's why I got my blue on right now. I'm gonna take it off before some little youngin out here like some bitch ass youngin like that black.
We ain't gonna never stop mourning.
This shit takes
It's a never stop mourning. And I didn't know you. And the problem was, like, just like how you said, for my girl Laura London, like you said, we just beginning. Like, yo, I was just beginning to love you. I was just beginning to know you. I was just beginning to console you. I was just beginning to love you. I was just beginning to acknowledge you. I was just beginning, I was just becoming of age to you. I didn't know anything about you, bruh. Like, you know what I mean? But when I did, it was too short, too little, too premature. I'm real sad about the situation, so I don't know when I don't know when I'm gonna be able to get rid of this shit. Like, I really don't know, like, because you was such a good guy. Yeah. Only thing I could do to, like, you know what I mean, make you live on is to continue you and Dr. Sebi's, you know what I mean, whole life, you know what I'm saying, situation. Like, that's all I could do. Live right, eat right. Do, you know what I mean, black people right, do my people right.
Exactly.
And even with Dr. Sebi, better the community.
I feel like people are well aware of Dr. Sebi because with all the new teaching with health and being a vegan and all that shit came from Dr. Sebi. But everybody taking
that shit underneath them own. Yeah. You know what I mean? Underneath they said.
Right. But what I want to do is make sure that besides the Dr. Sebi shit, we acknowledge of what Nipsey did. Because Dr. Sebi, of course, he was curing illnesses and stuff like that. But Nipsey was basically out here in the community helping like us. Dr. Sebi was helping us on health wise, but we need to be able. He was touching us.
Yeah, he basically said there's no black leaders. The white man asked him on the interview, "Oh, well, you could have went to Oprah Winfrey, or you could have went to Denzel Washington, or you could have went to, you know what I mean, numerous black, you know what I mean, people who are of power, of celebrity, celebrityism or whatever, that could have, you know what I mean, preached your word out, got it out to their followers or whatever." And he said, no, those people wasn't in a position, you know what I mean, of health of the black people, of our people. They wasn't in position for that. They was in position for themselves, as black people do. They look out, you know what I mean, one for one. That's it. I'm for me. And bitch, I'm gonna tell you about what I'm doing. If it's fabric, if it's, you know what I mean, clothing, if it's, you know what I mean, something of that nature, if it's alcoholism, you know what I mean, I'm gonna promote that and I'm gonna be about that. Now you coming to me about this health shit, bro. Hey, I feel like you could promote it, and I'm gonna show you how you could promote it the same way I done promoted my fabric, and the same way I done promoted my clothing line, so you could be up in ranks with me, so you could stand aside with me and we could lock arms. But I ain't finna take on your position. I'm not finna take on you know what I mean, your faith, your beliefs, and what it is that you going for. That's not what I'm doing. I ain't trying to knock off followers. I'm trying to gain followers.
This was a man in his prime. You know what I'm saying? He stopped all the young nigga shit. He stopped drinking the drugs. The man owned his own weed dispensary, Marathon OG, and wasn't even smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? He stopped smoking lean, the scissor and all that stuff, and just was promoting health. Also promoting wealth, promoting self-growth. You know what I'm saying? Trying to change people, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, what we could do for him and his family, because he owned all his masters, you know what I'm saying? It's not just about the music, but it's not much that we could do as far as what he was doing as a human. We can't go out there well, we could, but we don't have the resources to go out there and build Crenshaw unless, you know, all of his head honcho compadres continue to carry what he wanted done. But what we can do,
in the hood gotta step up.
What we can do,
especially in Crenshaw,
right? But what we can do is, you know, we know he owned his own shit. We gonna continue to support all his brands. Definitely. Continue to buy his clothes. He owned all his masters. Continue to spend them shits.
That's gonna go to his wife. That's gonna go to his legacy.
Keep supporting this man and keep this man legacy alive.
That's how you gonna keep him
Let's
alive.
change Crenshaw Boulevard and Crenshaw and Slauson to Nipsey Hussle. Yeah. Either I feel like it can be this, either Nipsey Hussle Boulevard or it could be Marathon Boulevard. And I feel like he would have more roll with the Marathon.
Exactly.
So let's change that shit to Marathon Boulevard. That was his shit. Everything was Marathon. So let's change that shit to Marathon, because it's not a race, it's a marathon. We're going to continue to, you know, keep on building and building our community. You know what I'm saying, it's hard to see what happened to this man and be like, it's easy to say fuck everything, but let's continue to live in positivity how he was.
Listen, it's a whole
even now, him and death.
We still feel as we feel. We still got chills in our arms. It's a whole week. This man dead.
Even in death.
This man dead a whole week.
Even in death, I know he would have said, yo, keep the marathon going. Let's continue to do what we need to do for our people. So let's do that, man.
Bitches getting haircuts. Of Nipsey.
At the end of the day, man.
Salute Nipsey. I gotta salute, right now. I just gotta light this for Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? Light it up for Nipsey. I'm gonna continue to support,
Raising Kings
man.
Podcast, yo.
Raising Kings Podcast.
He definitely needs that humanitarian award. Salute. I'm voting for him for this year's BET Awards. I definitely want to see Nip
all
up
the
there.
awards. I want to see him get a star on the floor. I want to see him get everything.
I definitely want to see him. And I definitely want to see Laura London there. You know what I mean? I hope she ain't too distraught. I know that there's a video out where she passed out and she just hit her head on the coffee table at home, bro. I haven't seen it. I only heard about it. And that's the last video that I seen about it. The first video that I seen about her was she was saying, oh, you know what I mean? Parents out there, you know, your kids, if you're not a parent, the first thing you need to know is if your kids get sick, 2 days later, you gonna be sick. That was the last video that I seen of her. And then 3 days later, after announcing that he was dead or whatever, I know that there was a video out about her rushing into the hospital saying, oh my God, where is he? Is he okay? Da, 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 da. And them telling her, pulling her aside, telling them, no, he passed away. Da, 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 da.
Honestly, all them shits need to be taken down. That's like some personal shit. If YouTube could go through and decipher the Momo shit that's on
everything.
There, why they got that man laying on the floor? His family personal moments, that shit should not be on.
Everything.
Every time that shit pop up, that shit need to be knocked down. It shouldn't be up there.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying? That man deserves way more respect than that.
Crazy.
Everything is there.
It's just crazy.
Everything
but you know,
is crazy.
We're gonna conclude this show, man. It's a depressing time. It's really messed up. It's somber. I'm sad as hell.
Man. Yeah, absolutely. We basically.
I don't know when I'm going. I don't know when I'm going.
Because that's how depressed we really are about this the whole situation.
I don't know when I'm going to get over this, but all I know is I'm gonna continue to ride for Nipsey. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And on that note, we're gonna conclude this show. You know what I'm saying? This is the checkout. Make sure y'all hit us up, RaisingKingsPodcast@gmail.com, Raising Kings PC on Twitter, Raising Kings Podcast, YouTube, Instagram, all that extra shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm over that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. I feel fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like we got everything out. I feel you said what you had to say, especially Hefe.
Absolutely.
I feel like you said what you had to say.
Absolutely.
And it was a lot of very, very great points. You know what I mean? And, you know, I feel like we got a little bit of the hot seat on there. We got a little hot on this episode, too, even though we ain't segmented. But I feel like we got a little bit of hot seat on that, too. So I appreciate y'all for rocking with us and, you know what I mean, staying tuned. And we do love y'all. Please like, share, subscribe. It's on YouTube. Remember, hashtag Raising Kings Podcast each and every Tuesday. Mm-hmm. It will be up and uploaded. I'll put it up myself. Quee Baby 2014. She'll put it up herself. Sass what it is?
Sassy no handouts.
Sassy no handouts. Hefe, you gonna put it up?
Absolutely.
What it is?
Raising Kings Podcast.
That's right. I was about to say that.
Straight up and down. All day, every day.
Raising Kings Podcast.
All day, every day. All day, every day. You know, so we here for y'all.
We up out of here, man. Thank you guys for tuning in and
absolutely, man.
Keep the flag rolling for Nipsey, man. I'm gonna take this off before I go outside and some nigga say, you a Crip God? You a Crip God? Nah, I ain't no Crip, but you know what I'm saying? I gotta do this for Nipsey though, but for real. Represent, yo.
All right.
One love, Nipsey.
We out.
And this ain't just about this gang shit, but
gang shit.
That man did a lot of shit. So
gang shit.
One love, Nipsey.
That's right, man.
Raising Kings Podcast. Y'all know what our names is. We just going this for Nipsey. Nipsey Hussle.
Man. Absolutely.
At Nipsey Hussle.
That's it.
We up out of here, y'all.
Out.
Thanks for tuning in.
Bang.
Ocean views, small circle, it's a chosen few. I wrote it down and I followed through. I bought a pound and we rode the fuel. I talk shit, but she know it's true. Ocean views, small circle, it's a chosen few. I wrote it down and I followed through. I bought a pound and we rode the fuel. I talk shit, but she know it's true. Blessings, bitches in my section. Y'all with all this money, I'm obsessive. Weapons, turning off y'all extras. Turning off this bullshit direction. Turning up my grind, waking up to more pressure. But it's all in your mind, so I never feel pressure. Knew it's all in due time, now 100 stacking like Tetris. Hustle hard is my message, then double back and get extras. Know I spaz when I catch it. Yellow bone, white Lexus, all black tint, 2 white cups, fat gold chain, Sprite Texas. I'm just young and I'm reckless. I'm just on for my section. I'm just out here on top speed with my top down and I'm revving. I don't know about hell, I don't know about heaven. All I know is about right now, and this lifestyle is interesting. Ice down in my session, I just write down his confessions. Niggas died and got life around me, I guess that I'm an exception. Blessed, ocean views, small circle, it's the chosen few. I wrote it down and I followed through. I bought a pound and we rode the few. I talk shit, but she know it's true. Ocean views, small circle, it's the chosen few. I wrote it down and I followed through. I bought a pound and we rode the few. I talk shit, but she know it's true. Look, I'm in these streets with my Cuban on, and my biz with my music on. Old friends like what you been on. Shit, I've been on my grind, I ain't usually home. Focused, I ain't using phones. Lately I've been using songs to get my point across. Why niggas around me lose it all? But that's your point of toss, I guess I always knew the ball. And that's just where revolves, I'm cracking cause I do my job. Look, from fucking hood rats to fucking stores, spending all cash to sliding cards. It's the definition of living large. Smoking top flight in the biggest cars. Told you roll 8, this shit was ours. Getting this cake, yeah, nigga, then getting more. Look at this world, young nigga, this really yours. Nigga, this really mine. My niggas is really Ford. Them buildings is really high. Them cars is really foreign. And all I see is ocean views. Small circle, it's the chosen few. I wrote it down and I followed through. I bought a pound and we rode the few. I talk shit, but she know it's true. Ocean views, small circle, it's the chosen few. I wrote it down and I followed through. I bought a pound and we rode the few. I talk shit, but she know it's true. Yeah, early morning off that flight though. We gon' go hard, then get right, bro. It seems simple, that's not life though. 10 years later, I'm alright though. Look, these niggas act like they don't like though. They be mad cause niggas shine bright though. Look, I got a Ruger and a Bryco, but I'ma let you pick which way tonight go. I got my dough right, plus the right dough. I mean it's legal, pay taxes to them white folks. My procedure, stay crackin' till my lights low. Then when I die, blue rag around my right folk. 100,000 in my coffin, that's just light though. Playing Stevie Wonder songs, smoke some flight, bro. Crack a pint of act, the board and some Sprite, bro. Until that day, I'm walking toward what's in my sights though. Cause all I see is ocean views.